wanna go to war with me. You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. So you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all hard, I'm never gonna look back, 'cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
All right, gang, how y'all doing tonight? Happy Monday. Welcome back. Let's bring in some of our guests here. Let me pull up the chat window so you guys can see the chat. And who we got in the back room? I see the one, the only, the Monkey Tamer. Mediocre, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, you know, same old, same old. What's cracking?
Well, we made it through a Monday. We made it through a weekend. Saw some movies. Yeah, we went and saw The Bike Riders and Inside Out 2 this weekend. Woke up this morning with a pretty bad headache, but no, yesterday. I was going to do a live stream after the movie yesterday, covering GameStop or whatever, whatever y'all wanted to talk about. But I had a horrible headache after the movie, so took it easy last night, and then been here working all day today.
Yeah, I was hanging out with somebody from our chat last week, and we were at the beach. I got a little burnt, I'm still healing up, so I wasn't around all weekend. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why you were like in sunburn recovery mode. I get that. That'll zap your energy.
So,
Well, here's a pre-cheers to you, Mediocre.
yeah, I got the Peroni tonight.
I'm drinking Dos Equis.
Nice.
Guys, so we are on part 8 tonight, covering Roaring Kitty's original DD from 2020 into 2021. And tonight is going to be pretty cool because we are 2 days away. January 11th is what we're going to be looking at tonight. 2 days away from the big push-up where the stock really started moving, which I think was on January 13th. And the topic of Keith's live stream tonight is Ryan Cohen joined the board. And I think that's really, what started things moving more than, they were already up 4 or 5x from when we started out this little series when he first started covering the stock in July of 2020. I think the last video we did, last live stream, it was at $20 or so. But I'm curious what he's going to say tonight about Keith, about getting my people mixed up, about Ryan Cohen joining the board. So that's what we have on tap tonight. I see LM6784 is asking, why not talk about how weird the charts are for 21st of June? What is it that you see that you thought was strange, Mr. LM? And Mediocre, what do you think? I can put up the chart here from the 21st, and we can take a look at it.
Sure. Let's do it.
window. Let's do this screen here. I think this is the right one. Yeah, there we go. So we had the price run down at the end of the day on the 21st. Started out at 25, ended at end of the day at 23 and change on Friday. I kind of look at it this way. I mean, we had a lot of options expiring, and
Wasn't
without
that witching?
yeah, that too, and without any news from anybody, they're going to want to push as many of those calls out of the money as possible. That's kind of what my expectation was for the week. We needed news from Larry or Ryan or Roaring Kitty, somebody, to get the action going again, and we just didn't get any. So until we do, I'm expecting a little bit of slow bleed out on the price. What are you thinking, Mediocre?
Yeah, I'm thinking, people are taking profits and protecting their positions,
There was some of that for sure. And on top of that, the stock is overvalued until we get news from the company. I know some of y'all don't want to hear that, but based on any of a dozen different ratio analysis that I do, $25 is just overvalued. GameStop can, as we said, GameStop can change that in a heartbeat with some news that they invested the money with some communication about how that's going to translate into earnings. They can change the game on a dime, but $4 billion on the balance sheet isn't going to revalue the stock. Not to $25. They got to communicate something to us, a return on that money, and so that's what I'm looking forward to. In the meantime, while we're waiting on that, you could still have a momentum push up based on any other sort of retail news. What kind of retail news you think would push this price up, Mediocre?
Retail news.
You know what I mean? What retail wants to hear.
I don't know. Shorts covering. I don't know.
How about Roaring Kitty tweet something?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Roaring
They want him
Kitty,
to say something for sure, but
Roaring Kitty, anything. I bought more shares. I bought more calls. I'm going to be on the board. Literally anything from Roaring Kitty could be a new catalyst for a momentum play. Ryan Cohen buying shares could be a catalyst.
There's silent, right?
Everybody's been silent. Yeah.
Interesting.
Brandon says, what is AMC's true value? I'd like to buy it somewhere around 350, Brandon. AMC has, what do they have? We've got negative earnings, negative free cash flow, $4 billion in debt, a debt restructuring in front of them. It's really hard to say what is a fundamental value of a company that's in that sort of shape. The price is as I look at it for AMC. What are we willing to gamble that in a year from now they'll have positive earnings and positive cash flow? There's no assets to speak of. There's no cash to speak of when I compare it to the debt. But this isn't an AMC. This isn't an AMC live stream. AMC's worth what people are willing to pay for it. I can't give you a real fundamental analysis of it because there's no ratios I could do that on. It's what people are willing to bet that they don't go bankrupt in a year.
I bought today, Tony.
I bought a little bit on Friday. I sold some puts today. I might buy some more on Friday, but I'd feel better buying around 350 on AMC. So
before we get into the Roaring Kitty stuff, Florida just scored on the Oilers, just so you know. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. Friday, last week I sold 450 puts and I didn't get the shares, so I was like, man. So this morning I was up in the pre-market and I'm like, so I put a buy order in at 447 and it filled.
Very nice.
Market open, sold the 450s and then I sold 450 puts to back that up, just to take the premium, see what happens.
What'd you get for your 450 puts?
The 450 puts, I think I got 18 cents.
I think I got 21 for mine. So
Nice.
that'll make my, if I get assigned the shares on Friday, that'll make my cost basis around 430, which I'm still a little bit nervous about. I just uploaded my AMC video, so y'all can go check that out when we're done here if you care about AMC. I'm mostly in cash on all my meme stock plays while we wait and see what happens here on GameStop and AMC. So I'd prefer not to overpay. If I'm going to take the risk, I'd prefer it to be minimal risk. But if they start moving, if either one of them starts moving, how long does it take to hit the buy button, mediocre?
Like that, baby.
2 seconds. 2 seconds,
Just like
baby.
today.
We ain't going to miss nothing, guys. Don't worry.
It was easy to hit the buy button today, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it could have been, but I didn't buy any today. I didn't buy. Did I buy anything today? No, all I did was sell. I sold call options on HE, and I sold puts on AMC.
Yeah. I'm liking HE too. I want to do some more due diligence on that. I haven't looked at it much.
All right, let me get up we'll take a couple more questions while I get the window up for Roaring Kitty. I was duplicate. I was down to the wire on getting my AMC video out. But I guess box office is looking good. What's the latest you've seen on any of you guys? What's the latest you're seeing on GameStop DD? I know most everything that's out there. I'm just curious what you guys are seeing. Someone tell me something that you saw over the weekend that you think I didn't see.
I've seen some people begging to get others to buy the stock.
Well, yeah, you always see that. What do you mean by begging, mediocre?
I don't know.
Like,
I'll give you $50.
Going door to door, or going door to door, or man to man on the street. What are you talking about here?
I don't want to stir the shit pot, Tony.
Robin says, "Are you still holding GME at 23 cost average?" No, I sold my GameStop Thursday or Friday. Robin, I can tell you if you want to know exactly. Or Anya, can you go check in the Discord and see what day I posted that I sold my GameStop, so I don't have to open up another window?
Oilers just tied it up 1-1.
Latest, live, oldest. All right, Roaring Kitty. Live stream. Latest. Ryan Cohen and his Chewy crew join GameStop's board of directors. That's what we're looking for. Share screen. Not that screen. Oh, yeah, that is. I thought, like, my Twitter's up there. No, it's Kitty's Twitter.
Matt said, hold on, before you start this.
Yep.
Matt, you see Matt's comment? He says he saw some panhandler wandering around Cali begging people to buy GameStop.
Oh, my goodness. What? Saw some. Oh, yeah, I see it here.
Put that up there. That's funny.
Why? I'm trying to get, oh, here it is. Okay. What up, Matt? Anya says, okay, so Anya just checked the Discord, guys, because I do post my trades. She said I was out on the 17th. Thank you, Anya. That way I don't need to log into Discord or log into my broker. Anya fact checking me here. So that was the 17th. I got out on Monday. Man, I must have had no faith, Anya, that week was going to go well. All right. You ready? Mediocre?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Playback speed 1.2.
Let's speed this up. We got things to do tonight.
We need some fucking cheers up in this house.
That's right.
Anya says you posted you were out, so it could have been a day earlier. No, that the 17th was Monday, Anya. So I must have seen something on Monday. I think what I saw was lack of anything from Kitty over the weekend, Sunday night. And, you know, here's kind of how mediocre. Is this bad if I say this? The more that I see people post shit DD and hopium on Twitter, the more it makes me want to get out of a play.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw a lot of shit DD, a lot of hopium bullshit. And the more I see that, the more it makes me want to get the fuck out. Does that make sense?
yeah, because you know it's being held up by nothing.
It's being, yeah. I mean, I didn't see any announcement from GameStop. And I said, you know what? I have a small position here. What was the price of GameStop on the 17th? GME.
I haven't been following it.
It was in the $28 to $25 range. So I guess my thought was I'd rather be in cash and get out a little bit in the green here than ride it all the way down all week. And in retrospect, it looks like that was a good call. I could have been wrong, but I have cash sitting here ready. If the momentum changes, guys, I'm right back in. Could I wake up one day and it's up $10 because I missed an overnight announcement? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. C'est la vie. There'll be another one.
That's right. That's like, Friday, I was doing math between, do I want to sell puts on GME, which, by the way, helps the shareholder, it's a bullish act. I was thinking about selling puts on GME or selling puts on AMC. I chose AMC because the premiums are much better. So,
you know what I hate worse than missing a $10 run up overnight, mediocre?
what's that?
Hanging on to something too long and going in the red.
Yeah, I've done it. We've all done it.
We've all done it. I did it. I lived that life with AMC. I ain't about that life anymore, mediocre.
Me either. Just sold that shit at 72.
Jeffrey says it makes sense because all the funds, junior traders see the hype videos and they make strategies. That's how I feel, Jeffrey. And especially when the DD that I'm seeing is very, very iffy. I see people giving valuations and they can't even explain it properly. Talking about book value, and just like options chain, some bullshit in Brazil. Oh man, the more I see it, the more I'm thinking I got to get the fuck out of this play. I'll wait till it's moving green, and I'll ride the upward momentum. But I'm not gonna hold something based on tenuous DD.
Let's get these cheers going, baby.
Let's get these fucking cheers going, Roaring Kitty. Get some Roaring Kitty action going here.
In drinks, in food, sometimes it just hits a little bit different.
Y'all hear?
You know what I mean? Some nights it just tastes a little bit different. You know what I mean? You gotta
See
enjoy.
fucking tendies, Tony.
You know?
Indies!
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, mediocre.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome.
There's
Happy,
two.
what day is today? Monday?
He's already,
Watch
his
this
is still full. Mine's already
Let me
almost
wipe this
empty.
down tonight. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So much to discuss tonight. So much. We ain't get time to be
Jeffrey,
smoking
T
cigar
plus
butts and eating
34, T plus
tendies and drinking
69,
beer. Maybe
all
we'll
that
have a little bit of time.
bullshit.
We got all night, baby. We got all night. But there's lots of things to discuss. Of course, today starts with Papa.
This whole FTD thing with GameStop. Oh man, Jeffrey, they're posting about the T plus 35. And if you look at the top of the FTD chart, the number of fails to deliver on GameStop was like 9,000 shares. And I don't know if these people don't know how to read a FTD report, but like, why are you worried about what was 3 weeks ago that's going to clear in T plus 35? Because they were already cleared 2.5 weeks ago. There's literally 9,000 shares
Tony,
that are failed.
Tony, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You know how many shares I trade? Does 9,000 mean anything to you?
No. And you know how many tickers that the FTD report has ever mattered in our life, mediocre?
Exactly.
None. It's never fucking mattered. Quit talking about it, you guys. It's
Listen, I'm
fucking clickbait.
gonna be upfront with you guys. I trade sometimes more than 9,000 shares, just so you know. And I don't move the stock price.
You're probably the one that they failed to deliver on, mediocre.
Yeah, right.
These guys are worried about where they're going to find the 4 million shares for Kitty. It's a bunch of fucking nonsense going on out there in GameStop land. All right.
Cheers
I will
to
tell you.
Ryan.
Cheers again, mediocre.
All right, but I want to tell these people, listen, the Discord that we trade in here trades way more than 9,000 fucking shares. I'm gonna let you know.
You mean you're not buying a share a day, mediocre?
No.
Oh man.
Cheers.
I already need my number 2 drink, so I'm gonna play him up for a second. I'll be right back. We're gonna let him play. Count the cheers if I miss any, in case I owe you one.
Mother effing Cohen tonight. That's who we cheers into tonight. Welcome, everybody.
There's
Huh?
one.
We definitely cheers into Ryan Cohen.
2.
Absolutely.
Son of a
That's
bitch.
how we're going to kick things off tonight. We got lots of shit. Look at all these tabs open. I don't even remember what's open. We're going to get to everything, though, no doubt about it. It's going to start with Cohen. But first and foremost, I just want to wish, just thank you so much to everybody over these past couple of months. Recently, people have been reaching out. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support, the advice, the recommendations. Like, so many people have been giving me legit feedback and stuff, and I just want you to know how appreciative I am. Some people have reached out to me personally. I just want you to know, like,
All right.
I shared some of your comments with my family, and I just want you to know, it really went a long way. I'm so thankful. If I haven't reached out to you individually, which is just about everybody, I will. I intend to. It's just I'm trying to take care of some stuff. And as far as the streams go, too, I'm planning on getting back to it regularly. Not quite yet. Of course, today. I mean, today. You know we're streaming today. You know it, right? I'll get back to more regular streams, right? I just don't know what the schedule's going to look like or whatever, so keep an eye out. I'll be updating everybody. But I just wanted to say just a big thank you to that's it. That's the number one thing. And also, if you're new to the stream, look at this. Look at how many people we got. We almost cheers, y'all. Welcome to the stream. There's a handful of us who like...
How many you got?
A couple of months. We're all like, we ain't used to this. We ain't used to this number. Just a reminder,
How many did I miss?
everybody. Educational channel.
reading comments.
Educational. We ain't
Wired
provided
Ape
no
is on the
advice
good
up
one.
in here.
What's up, Wired?
If you have a lot of the questions, I hope with about investment style, you can check out some of the videos on the YouTube channel, of course, on the Roaring Kitty channel.
Hang on, let's see what Wired has to say here. If you are a fundamental investor, you would have been buying AMC at 350 and anything below 475 after the debt for equity swap and capital raise, especially now at the current box office.
You are correct, sir.
What time frame are you talking about? Anything you would have been buying at 350? I was buying in April all over the place. Wired.
Yeah, but we were in the threes, Tony. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. And then I sold on that run up to $12. So I'm trying to get back in now, but it still feels a little pricey to me, but I agree with you. I don't want this to be an AMC live stream, but I agree with you. We're at that weird inflection point where it might, I don't know how low it's going to go, because we're about to enter a very bullish box office for the rest of the year. So I'm ready to dive in. All my meme money is sitting in cash. I bought a little bit on Friday. I'll likely buy a little bit this week. And if it goes lower, then great. Cash is ready to go. If it doesn't go lower, then we've found a new bottom, and I'm cool with that too. I gotta feel like we found the bottom somewhere on both AMC and GameStop, because nothing's gonna make me more angry than sitting here with you guys for a month or two and it's still just going flat or slowly down. I want to get within, a few dimes of the bottom. I don't have to get it exactly, but I'd like to get close.
But welcome everybody. We gather here. We just chill out. We're just hanging out, sharing some of our research and our thoughts. But we just try to keep it educational and nice. So just a heads up to the new folks here. I'm sure a lot of people have some GameStop thoughts, especially while all this been going, right? I mean, it's been a number of weeks since I think, how much shit do we have to talk about today, right? This man right here, he's over here posting his own meetings. Right, Coach. Cheers if you're on the stream tonight.
There's two more mediocre.
Welcome to the GameStop Board of Directors, my man. Welcome, bringing you and your Chewy crew. I can confidently say, even though we may be streaming for 3 days straight here. I don't know how long, if I can get to all these chats, but I feel
mediocre.
confident saying that just about.
Yes, sir.
Can we commit to doing an AMC only live stream tomorrow?
Sure.
Tomorrow evening. Let's answer all the AMC questions tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We haven't done a really AMC live stream. I've been doing only once a week video, but I think we're at this really interesting point where we could have a good discussion with people about AMC tomorrow night. How we're feeling as we end up this quarter better than we were expecting a few weeks ago, and the very bullish movie list that we have coming up for the second half of this year.
All of us are excited to have you firmly on board with this. I myself, I said this on the last stream, right? That I hadn't felt more vindicated about my thesis, but now with Ryan Cohen actually joining the board, really gives some credence to that tremendous upside potential. How much have I been saying that he himself,
you don't have to watch.
Kind of a proxy for what I've considered that upside, and I am on board with Ryan Cohen. That there's still, as any bearish theses out there go, of course, there's questions about like execution stuff, blah, whatever. Of course, there's always going to be questions about execution, no matter what the thesis. It doesn't matter. I am on board with Ryan Cohen. I am excited to see what this guy and his team can do. Obviously, they backed out of the ICR conference. There's so much to talk about. This is sick.
Just wait 2 more days, buddy. 2 more days. Your next live stream is going to be on fire.
I'm like, yep. Now that they got that out there and they got the holiday results out there, there's just so much to discuss. I can't wait to look through this chat here.
Again, this was January 11th.
Ryan Cohen, because some of
this video,
I'm really excited to see what this guy can do. And so much of us have been discussing that upside, like what's the upside potential with GameStop, and I gotta get to all these tabs, but there's 2 parts of the thesis. There was that downside.
Do you think he's gonna mention shorts tonight, mediocre?
No.
Why not?
I don't think he gives a shit about the shorts.
But it's 140%.
It's a sideshow, isn't it?
Well, that's what he said. I don't know. Let's see what he says.
You asked me what I think he's going to say. I know. It's a sideshow.
That's what he said previously. Let's see what he says tonight.
Companies priced for bankruptcy and all this shit, and you're like, well, this doesn't make any sense. But then there was that second level of now we're kind of getting to the second discussion of, okay, here's the potential upside for a company that's uniquely positioned in the gaming industry, and Ryan Cohen sees it. And where is everybody else? As far as the market cap goes, so I think that people will come around to it. But he is a catalyst for a change, not just operationally, but also sentiment-wise. Anyway, I am on board, so welcome and cheers to you, Ryan Mother effing Cohen. Right?
Yeah.
I feel we're all in the same boat on this, so I look forward
cheers to you, mediocre.
Chat on that front.
Cheers, brother.
Anya, cheers. What are you drinking,
Anya?
Anya?
Through all these tabs here, but look at welcome everybody. I don't even know what to do. What do we do? Are we gonna be streaming for 3 days straight? Oh, is it up after hours? What are we doing right now? Let's get this to 21 after hours. Just kidding, huh? Oh, this is
back
sick.
over
Welcome,
$20
everybody.
again.
And for the people who have been on the stream for a while now, isn't this exciting? This is crazy, right? We got so much to discuss. And again, I don't even know what we're gonna do.
What is the COH, Wired?
But what do I? Okay, let me talk a little bit. I'll talk quickly through some of these tabs. That's all. Just keep it going. But then like I want to scroll through this, but because I'm just so thankful to everybody, I can't wait to say like what up to everybody who's been on the stream for the past couple of months. This is sick. Like I've for the most part, I really unplugged, right? I was keeping my finger on the pulse of everything, of course. I'm like checking it on like what people are saying about GameStop, how that thesis is unfolding, that, right? Of course, but I haven't really talked to anybody. So
cash on
this
hand.
Is sick. Of course, my family's excited too. This is dope. All right, okay, just quickly. So first of all, back to 20, right? Sick. If for anyone curious, do I have it up right here? Do I have? Oh, I don't have a chart up. Oh, I got it up right here. This is all I was pretty much watching right here. This is it. I know there was like it peaked, and then we were streaming back then, and kind of got quickly above the 22, 23 following Cohen's 13D there. But then
I'm feeling a lot better about AMC cash on hand.
It kind of came down, then it kind of leveled off right in that range, right in those low 17s, and then now it's taking back off, gap up right above that little channel there. I don't know what you want to call it. We're just doing some Crayola shit up on the chart here. I don't know, but it seems like it's been holding up okay. There's other charts to get through. Okay, quickly, let me keep going. So now, right now, like let's see what it does the rest of this week. How many times have you heard me say that? Because well, just to take a quick, so much discuss. I can't.
OTF, mañana,
go through these tabs just yet until I just quickly touch on what's transpired over these past couple of weeks. First of all, Ryan Cohen's a gangster. I mean, I think we can all Ryan Cohen's is an OG. He's guys, and he seems to understand how kind of ridiculous the setup is right now, and I think he is a legit manifestation of how many of us feel on the channel here. And this is why it's great to see him not so much completely take the reins or whatever, but like, yo, what's he gonna do? Because he has the vision, he has the imagination that so many folks out there. And so you saw his
go watch my video.
OTF, this is hilarious. This shit. I included these in the thumbnail of the video. That's tired laughing. So that's pretty much all. There wasn't too much coming out of the GameStop camp, right? Naturally, it was the holidays and stuff. But this dude tweeting this stuff, hilarious. And I feel like super confident that he owns 9,000,001 shares on 9,001,000 shares on purpose.
9,000,001,000. Look, hey,
that's a terrific.
Did you hear that mediocre? What a coinkydink.
Yeah.
How did Keith Gill end up owning the same amount? How does that happen? He remembered that number from January 2021.
He did.
A coinkydink.
That's a humor. Oh, that's great. Anyway, so that was the big stuff right there, right?
I'd like to hear him say, one day I want to own 9,001,000 shares. That would make my night right about now if he says that.
And you know what I mean? Like, okay, there's that. And then and so then the big announcements today, they came to the amicable resolution. Do I got it up here? What do I got? Oh, I had tweeted. This was the part of the 13D. I probably got the 13D up here somewhere. But this was the part that they desire to come. That he had a desire. I mean, it's some would argue boilerplate language, perhaps, but desire to come.
Anya says, "How much has he made so far on GME?" Somebody who's paying more attention than me, let me know. I think his average price, as we know it, is around the current price, around $23 and change. If you guys know it off the top of your head, drop it in the chat, please.
Hold on, I'm going to do the math real quick for you.
Well, I mean, he posted it on Reddit.
An amicable resolution with the issuer. 20 drops down. And so what does it look like? What could it look like? Now we friggin' know.
He's close to break even right now. Anya.
Cheers to all the folks who woke up to that this morning. So let's go. Cohen et al.
I'm seeing if he does it. All right, there's another cheers, mediocre. I was seeing if we got a double cheers. 2342, Gino says. Thank you, Gino. Is that true, guys? Do I have somebody who concurs?
23,042,000. What do you mean?
$23.42. We're looking for what is his cost basis.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math.
Just look up his Reddit post.
Hold on, let me go check the Discord.
Do we have anybody? Any interns concur? Anya, do you concur? Why didn't I concur? Where did he get the millions to invest? The 50.
You really want to have that conversation right now, Tony?
The $100,000 question, Anya. Exactly. Where did he? I think he was selling call options or selling puts or something, Anya.
He was doing something.
It didn't fall out of heaven.
I got it right here. He had a dollar cost average in this one for, let me see which one.
913 was his last Reddit post.
Okay, hold on. This isn't the right one because this is before he, this only has 5 million shares. So hold on. I got to find the other one.
Damn, kid. Damn, that was sick, huh? I know I mean, everyone was kind of on the same page in that it was in everyone's best interest to come to an amicable resolution. That didn't mean it was definitely going to happen, but it seemed as though everyone was kind of on the same page where, all right, it's in our best interest to do this. Let's get this done. And so they just tossed in some new members. Y'all know the news. I don't need to go through the news. I kind of just wanted to just talk about it for like 30 seconds, but I meander. Then I go off, right? But this is sick. Then he brings his Chewy crew in, rolling deep. They rolling deep up into GameStop,
deep.
right?
Who did he bring?
And then they have the opportunity to buy up to 20%, right? Buy 20% of GameStop. Oh man! And then Raybeck stepping down. So you wonder if Cohen's going to step into the chairman role. That's what many. And then the whole board turnover. That's the big thing today. But that how it seems as though Cohen has enough of what he wants to effect the change that he is envisioning, right? And that's terrific news. That's terrific news to see. And then what happens with the management team and so forth? This is why it's great. It's terrific news that there was an amicable resolution, right? Oh, I mean, if you're on the opposite side of this, that is scary. That's like a worse. If I were on the other side of this, like, I always try to put myself in the other folks' shoes. That's bad news, man. That's bad news. That's almost a worst case scenario. You'd think that doesn't mean that they've successfully executed. There are justifiably question marks as to whether they can execute. And there's still people who think about the heaviness of the legitimate, the heaviness of the legitimate secular risks, right? They need to evolve, right? It's not like those are gone just because they joined the board, but like, holy hell. Can't you? Many of us have been gradually. I mean, we felt this way for a while, but we've been gradually increasing the probability of a successful turnaround right now. But like now that they're on the board, like you're a bet against GameStop is a bet against Cohen and his team, and just imagination, I guess, and their ability to envision what's possible. I think. I don't know. It's surprising to me that so many of us really feel strongly that there is an opportunity for a company like GameStop down the line. I understand that their legacy business, there's some question marks around that. Like no one even here seriously questions
roughly
that.
$218 million.
Anya's question was, how much has he made so far?
So $218 million, Anya, minus $55,000, and there you go.
Well, okay. So if you're counting what he started with versus his current position. All right. I could work with that. I could work with that, Math. Yeah, I got you. I see where you're at.
Anyway, Ryan Cohen sees it.
So even if he's at break even right now, we know he's way up from where he started in 2021, 2020. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm with you. I agree. Fair
really,
play.
That's all that matters. And I do think people will come around to that over time. I'm literally betting on it. Right? And I think that they will. And they haven't yet. In fact, just quickly, I'm going to touch on the ICR in just a second.
I think we all agree with you, Mr. Instinct.
He had a couple of good tweets. Was it yesterday? I don't remember. He had a couple of good tweets about GameStop. And I have tremendous respect for Patrick. But even Patrick O'Shaughnessy here was saying that he felt that GameStop was a likely zero. And I thought, oh, man, no. Like, I feel that's a bad take. And I was kind of surprised because Patrick O'Shaughnessy, worth following, a legit dude. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's the conclusion you drew too. And that kind of just bolsters my conviction.
Anya, he could buy a town in the Midwest with that game.
To the GameStop story yet. I'm like, in my mind, again, no disrespect to Patrick, right? But I'm like pinning this in my mind. I'm like, even Patrick kind of is like, oh, that's the likely outcome. I'm thinking, oh, whoa, dude. And anyway, cheers to Patrick. Good guy.
Cheers.
Got a podcast and stuff worth following. But I thought, oh, that stood out to me, right? We know there's a lot of people talking about this, but very level-headed guy, very reasonable. And he was like, oh, it seems likely. I'm like, oh, this is interesting to me, right? No hard feelings when people disagree with you, but you're like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's legit dudes, right? But even funds in large firms who are just like, oh no, they still got those secularists, right? And I feel as though this tweet was a manifestation of that because it's like, well, even Patrick is like in that post. So it doesn't surprise me if other firms are too. I'm like, whoa, okay. So, and then same thing right here. That when they were on, what was this? Oh, so cheers to Jimmy in California, huh? Holy
cheers,
shit. Jimmy.
That's two
Jimmy in California. Holy shit, getting GameStop on the damn holiday CNBC shit. When was that? Was it New Year's? I don't remember when it was. And then they were talking about it, right? And then they didn't really have the story. They didn't have the not Jimmy, but the CNBC folks. And then we were talking here, like, and cheers to Rod.
3.
Roddy commented here that no one's really getting the story there, right? And then Maven Fun here, zero mention of Cohen. They didn't talk about Cohen at all. Monetization of membership in new ways, Game for, etc. What's amazing is that nobody has a clue. He goes, hi, I agree with this. And I thought that, like, there's been a number of tweets. I'm like, oh, wow, people haven't come on board yet. That in my mind, you can call us all biased. That's cool. That's chill. I can't defend this. But in my mind, I view that as higher. GameStop's going higher. That's, you know what I mean? Like, that so many prominent folks just are kind of missing the story. I mean, it's just CNBC, but a lot of people are watching that. And I think, wow, people aren't seeing the uniqueness of this situation in light of the risk. It's not like it's risk-free. No one's saying that. But to not even have the potential upside. Oh, we saw the Barron's article too. A lot legitimate stuff in there, but not enough talking about the upside opportunity. I'm like, you're missing some of this stuff. That's not, again, not to say stuff it's like risk free or anything like that, but it's like let's talk up some of the upside too, and not even saying that they'll definitely execute blah blah blah, but like a bit of a like some balanced analysis here. And so long as I see this stuff, I think the same thing. Until people come around to it, there's still going to be, and we're staying at a one.
What's that, mediocre?
I said I noticed what he's talking about a lot when they put out these articles. It's not only GameStop, they do it to a lot of these companies.
Oh, absolutely.
That's part of what you and I talk about all the time, like short and distort and all that crap, you know.
I spent a good portion of today trying to unpack a price target from an analyst on AMC. 7.5 times enterprise value minus EBITDA, plus an adjustment for paying off debt. Like, why can't these people just publish the damn math so we can understand if it's legit or bullshit? But all we get is a price target on some shitty little website like Tip Ranks. They don't ever show us the math. No. So how do we know if it's legit or not?
That's why. Secret language, Tony. You know that, and I know that.
1.2. What is it? $1.4 billion market cap. And I'm always pulling up for the retail side of things. I'll pull up Best Buy.
GameStop got easier because they have earnings now. It's really tough to do a valuation model on a company with negative cash flow and negative earnings like AMC. May as well just spit into the wind, mediocre.
Look at that market cap. You want to mark, but then even if they start locking in these higher margin revenue streams, if they get much more besides the Microsoft stuff, right? If they get to that, then you're in a whole different ballgame. There's a whole bunch of revenue streams, higher margin revenue streams that GameStop could pursue that no one, some people are starting to talk about it more, but they are legitimate in its early days. So I get people discounting them. I'm not saying it shouldn't be discounted, but it should be talked about more. And this is why it's exciting, because you see Cohen coming on board, right? It's going to be talked about. Not only that, they're out of the ICR. That's great news. Out of the ICR is terrific news, because they're like, we announced this. We kind of, I don't know if they were assessing market reaction or anything like that, but that's great because Ryan Cohen's on board. Let's reassess. And that's big news because they've been trumpeting that ICR for months on the conference call. We're going to present our strategy at the ICR. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about this. This is on the conference call. They said this was a big conference to lay out their strategy, and then like pump the brakes, cut it. And I'm like, oh shit. And then they're going to regroup with Ryan Cohen, lay out whatever their strategy is, and then I'm excited to see what it's going to be in tandem with Ryan Cohen, right? And who knows if they were going to announce anything else material. I don't know. Who knows? But it's great news that there's a cohesive team of management, Ryan Cohen, the full board. It's terrific news. It's terrific news for GameStop bulls. Cheers. Cheers to most of us, I assume.
That's 3 cheers, mediocre. I was waiting for him to say, we finally kicked private equity out, but I didn't hear him say that.
He didn't say that. Does that
cheers.
Or 3? We're going to be fucked up tonight.
Yeah. It's a 3 drink maximum, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You can handle 3, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I got food coming. I ordered some food.
I should probably do that.
I don't know what the next step is for.
I can't remember. I think I ate around 12. I had a salad with some tilapia on it, which is, is not a lot of calories to be drinking on 8 hours later.
For GameStop, I don't know. there's a conference next week. Is it Jeffrey's conference or something? But they didn't talk about that. So I don't know what next, but I'm excited to see what that plan's going to look like, right? This is the big news, right? They're coming on board. Boom! Announces additional board refreshment to accelerate transformation. I don't need to go through this. Y'all know, but that's the big news of the week. That's it. I was hoping it would have been, if they did the ICR, we could have talked about that today, but no worries, because it's like, oh, this is sick. In lieu of not worries, excitement, because like, oh, they're going to go back, maybe not go back to the drawing board, but like, hey, how are we going to position? Maybe even Ryan Cohen speaks, talks about it, huh? That'd be sick. Okay. Holiday sales results. I'm not going to go through this right now. We'll get to this, but it was about roughly in line with what many of us were thinking. We'll see what people think, but it wasn't gangbusters. Number one, COVID-related stuff, which they talk about. The most interesting thing to me was they were thinking that just the COVID impact itself was a potential low double-digit impact, and then there's the whole supply issue. So it's like, well, what would this have been? But even still, it's like, okay, well, this wasn't as gangbusters as people were hoping, but if there were legitimate reasons for that, no big deal. And again, it was good that they paired this with this stuff, right? All right, okay, good thinking. And then they pulled the ICRs. Okay. So we'll get into that. I won't go through the results all right now. We'll get to that. But it was okay.
Mediocre. What I think he just said is the quarter wasn't that great, but we got an announcement for you.
Yeah.
It's okay, and it wasn't like, because some of the stuff we were seeing over the past couple months, like, all right, maybe this is going to be gang.
Huh? Yeah. They're still dealing with that. At least they got to stay open during COVID.
Yeah.
Buses or this big booyah or anything like that. But there's some good things in there. So we'll get to that. Okay, I guess that was pretty much. Oh yeah, Hedgeye crushing it, huh? Hey, Hedgeye, they be getting after it, huh? Holy shit. Jeremy McLean, cheers to Jeremy McLean. I've been seeing a whole bunch of Hedgeye stuff where
cheers,
mediocre. You can just follow their stuff. I've been impressed with some of their stuff. What was this one in particular? Oh, how to say that nobody wants PS4. Yeah, not like there are some people who would be happy with a PS4, but there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out of Hedgeye. Cheers to Hedgeye. Some good stuff.
Another one
in particular. Oh, this was another one. Oh, this is a great quote from
Nintendo.
They're talking about. This is a quote from Nintendo. Their aim is to maximize total number of units. We will continue to offer our entertainment experiences both digitally and physically in a way that naturally aligns with consumer preferences. Just kind of pointing out that there continues to be preference for physical, right? Many where they're talking about the whole. This was fascinating to me. I'm like, holy shit. Where they were talking about how is this from that? Oh, this is from Keith Gill. Yeah. That there's another big. I don't know if they talk about GameStop. I didn't see the whole thing, but I thought, whoa, okay. So their analysis is catching people's attention, right? So
I would love
when they're sharing
to hear this kind of analysis on a live stream from him this week. Mediocre. How about you?
Absolutely. I want to hear this.
I
want to know what he's thinking.
Yeah. Tell me what you're excited
right
about
now, Keith. Tell me. I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
Me too.
Analysis that I agree with, call confirmation bias. That's fine, but I feel as though it's more aligned with reality than some of the other shit that I'm seeing.
I think he could do one of these as we. When's the next console coming out? I mean, it's 2026. The console refresh.
I don't know when the console refreshes. Are you talking about GTA 6?
Not just GTA 6. You guys in the chat that are mediocre. I thought you were a gamer. I thought I'm pretty sure the console refresh is in 2026.
Don't you follow YouTube? I'm not a gamer at all, dude. I don't know shit about gaming.
I mean, I'm
I always got a fucking GTA logo as my fucking monkey guy.
I'm barely a gamer, but as I recall from looking at let me just pull up the EPS forecast. Next year is not forecast to be good for GameStop. Okay, just so we're on the same page. This was prior to not counting any acquisitions or anything, but just looking at their core business. 2024 earnings per share negative 10 cents. Am I on the right stock? Yep, I sure am. And 2025 negative 8 cents. So 2026 is the first year that they're expecting to see a little bit of a change in direction.
But GTA 6 is, let me see.
Roblox says, please cover DJT. Man, I would love to. I know people are hyped about DJT.
So the release date for GTA 6 is the fall of 25. It was supposed to be this year, but now they moved it another year.
All right. Someone if someone knows the dates on the console, just double check my facts. But I think it's 2026. The reason that I don't cover DJT is because I'd have to talk about the financials, Roblox. And you know how that is. I mean, it's a startup business. So DJT in my mind is a momentum play, and we're just kind of swinging in the wind. And you know how it goes. If Trump wins and no bad news comes out on DJT in general, then maybe it's a great momentum play. But they got warrants, don't they? They got insiders that are wanting to sell here coming up. And I just don't know what I could say other than it's a momentum play the chart. You don't need me to cover it to say that. All we're going to get is more people wanting to blame me because I said a ticker out loud. He made a video on DJT. Everything's his fault from this point on. If it doesn't go up,
out and about, that's good to see. And then there's what is this? The 13D? Is this the latest one?
You know, I can make a video about a company 8 times saying don't buy it, and people will still send tweets and make videos saying that I was pumping it. Did you know that, Mediocre? He left. I.e. Mullen, HYMC, all the videos I make about these companies saying don't buy them. And then I got to listen to dipshits on Twitter and YouTube saying that I'm pumping it. They look at the thumbnail. Oh, this ticker's in his thumbnail. He must be pumping. Maybe watch, maybe listen, maybe learn.
What's this one? Okay, amicable resolution. I already talked about that. This one. Is it likely he's going to buy up to 20%? Is that what we're thinking? 19.9%? So he's got that opportunity, right? And then this is just a letter. Okay. Oh, boy. Am I behind? Oh, boy. Is that a silly question? It's a ridiculous question.
Ronald said DJT will go higher than GME. I mean, there's certainly the potential, right?
There we go.
Anything can happen. I played DWOC when it very first came out. Fantastic play. I've dabbled a little bit here and there, but I'm reluctant to cover it because of the financials right now. Doesn't mean that I'm not looking at it or considering playing it, but providing coverage on it is a little bit iffy right now. What do I talk about? What do I talk about?
I want to see DJT succeed.
Yeah, I want to see it succeed too. I want more voices out there. And I think it's it's a binary formula, right? Trump wins, DJT probably get a little FOMO run up. All the West Christian short blah 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 stuff, I don't really cover that on my channel. You can have a run up on momentum. That's all I need to know. If I see the chart start taking off, then you can assume I might be playing it.
There we go. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Stop.
Okay, let me. I tried to adjust the chat thing there so it doesn't go crazy. Hold on, how am I doing? Oh, cheers to Rod and Polygon.
Holy fuck! I gotta get my third beer, Mediocre.
I made a change to the chat settings.
I'm trying to go slow here, so like we make it last, we could get a little bit of this video.
Go? Oh boy! All right, I think I missed a whole bunch. I'll have to go back later. Welcome everybody. Cheers. Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Another one.
Oh man, I still can't believe I can't go all the way back up. That seems silly to me.
DJT did get a little pump today, didn't it?
All right, let me read a couple.
35 or something.
Welcome everybody. Let me see who's
here.
You
owe us a cheers, Tony.
Let's get back to this one.
I missed a cheers.
Yep.
Oh damn! Oh look at this. I like the emojis he applies to some of these too. Oh, so
yeah,
terrific.
DJT found a firm bottom. Okay. I like it. Give me one more candle.
Okay. There's gonna be so many folks. I'm just gonna say welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone new to the stream. Usually I give a shout. Cheers if you're new to the stream. Cheers. There's some names.
Falling behind quick, Mediocre.
Cheers.
Come on, man.
That's 6.
Oh damn! Cheers. Overwatch, LAR, NMS.
Whoa, welcome. You gotta pause.
Oh, Dusty. Cheers, Dusty. Welcome back. Goodness.
We're 25 minutes into.
How many is it? I gotta get another beer, dude. This is not good.
All right. Anya says Fisker. Anya, Fisker is a total wreck. You're not in Fisker, Anya. Tell me you're not in Fisker. I know you like some of those gambling plays, Anya, but please tell me you're not in Fisker. Six Son, how you doing, amigo? Mediocre probably had to go take a bio break, or maybe he's grabbing another beer. I owe you guys like 6 cheers, so while he's getting his next beer. Oh, Anya says you warned everybody about Fisker. Yeah, it's and Mullen's going to be the next one, Anya. I'm very, very worried about Mullen.
All right, I'm on my third beer, Tony.
You know the funniest thing about Mullen, Anya, is there's people on Twitter that hate Adam Aaron for diluting, and they legit are pumping Mullen. Have you seen that, Mediocre? There's people saying Mullen's entering a zone of strength. I think it's going to go to whatever, $20. Like, dude, do you not realize?
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't like throwing people under the bus. But how can you make your channel on Twitter about hating on Adam Aaron and then pump Twitter to your followers? Like, do you realize what's going on at Mullen? The chart is irrelevant. They are diluting the hell out of people just to not file bankruptcy. They got 1 foot in the fucking grave.
See, all right, sick. Oh, Josh Klein, welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had nice holidays, and I hope you all had some nice holidays. Happy New Year to everybody, of course. Hope everyone's off to a good start to this year. I know it's been a while since all that, but so happy Monday, right? But happy New Year, of course, to everybody. Cheers to Dusty and Josh. Welcome. And Alex, welcome, Alex. Cheers.
Oh my God.
And Polygon's here too. Welcome, Polygon. Thank you, via Rod, for the heads up on the chat. Let's hope it helps. Does it help? Thank you for the head up. They were trying to save me with the chat, so we're not here streaming 48 hours straight, although we still might be. I don't know. How many beers y'all got? I got 10. I got 10 beers with me right now, and I'm on number 6. So that's why I'm all over the place. Just
all right.
If you're drinking.
Did you hear that, Mediocre? He said he has 10 beers and he's already on number 6.
I heard him.
So we're lightweights at this point.
Just get it. Oh boy.
He's full of shit.
Let me say what up to a couple. Oh, Smash JT. Should I just do I hop?
I don't hear not one single slurring of a word. I don't believe that 6 beer bullshit.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Smash JT.
Tito says, if you think Mullen hurts, I was crushed by GOEV and everything I thought they had going for them. 23-1 reverse split. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out there in EV land. I get it. I started covering all the EV companies, and then I realized how fucked they all are. But they'll, you guys know, if you've been following my channel, I think I said something like, look to the left, look to the right. 2 of these guys won't be here in a year or 2. Something to that effect when it comes to EV companies. There'll be a couple survivors, but a lot of them just aren't going to make it. And it's not because they don't have beautiful cars. I've driven almost all of their vehicles. It's just a numbers game. Finance, accounting, debt, cash burn.
Welcome, Smash. Cheers, Smash. All right. Smash been talking about Gamestop for a long ass time. Welcome. Happy New Year, Smash. Happy New Year. David Felton, cheers. Welcome back. Yeah, we got still got us. We got everybody here. We rolling deep tonight. Oh, this is sick. Cheer. Welcome, Luke.
I can't keep up with this space anymore.
Welcome back, Jeff.
Fuck this guy, man.
Sick. All right. Cheers, Jeff. Happy
We're gonna
New Year,
do
mate.
we're gonna do every
Terry,
third
welcome,
cheers,
Terry.
mediocre. He's on his New Year's
Oh yeah,
cheers.
seriously. RFC. I'm down with that. I'm down with that, Terry. RFC. Hashtag
Dude,
RFC. Seriously. This dude.
How many minutes have we been live, for God's sakes?
Like 30 minutes. Well,
Put some, one third fucking.
he's been live
boy.
27 minutes, and we're on our third beer.
Oh boy, it just jumped hit now. Polygon, classic Polygon. Call. See, this is Polygon knows. Polygon. Oh, I don't even have a guess for when you'll read this word. Kitty Loud Charles. Polygon. I just happened to see that one. Oh boy. I see musical felony. Cheers, musical felony. All right, are we all here tonight? Are we all here? Hey, does 7 p.m. like work for everybody? Then I wonder. I mean, 7 p.m. is what we've been doing. Eastern time. I know people are all over the place, and then we got the people, folks in Europe too. I was trying to think. I'm like, oh, it's still 7 p.m. still ideal for everybody. Oh, welcome everybody, huh? Shit. Oh, what the hell do I do? Hold on. Let me see who else is here. Who else we got? JC, welcome, JC. Cheers. Rigo, welcome back,
Andre
Rigo.
says, can
Cheers,
you do
mate. Happy
a
New
brief
Year,
video
dude.
on
All right.
AUR? Hang on.
Rigo's here. Justin's here. Cheers, Justin.
Good Lord,
That's
this
Justin,
guy's
right?
on.
Yeah.
He's off the
Welcome,
chain.
Justin. Happy New Year, dude. Company ended. Well, yeah. I agree. Yeah, Justin.
Kitty's off the chain with the cheers.
GameStop, I talk about its unique position in the industry, right? Fact. Is this a unique activist play that's unfolding here? Is there precedence for something like this? Probably to some degree, right?
What do you like about Aurora?
This is shaping up to be, what the hell's going on here, right? And I think that's sick if you're a bull because
Andre.
it seems to be tilted in our favor, right? That's how I felt. I mean, that's how I felt for months. And now I'm
the
like,
chart
damn.
up.
The
financial
when I saw the ICR poll, I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? And then I'm like, right, because now they're going to strategize, right? That's the smart thing. And it's like, that's why it's like it's like if you're on the other side, aren't you like, damn, what the hell's going on here? Because if you're a bull, you're like, damn, what's going on here? But in a good way, right? Because you're like, damn, they just locked this, and then they got the holiday results out, which a lot of people were like, oh, that's going to be an opportunity
have no
for
revenue.
it to dip by the dip.
No,
it's going to sell off because it's not going to be as strong as we were hoping it was going to be months ago, right? And then like, oh, that's going to be a dip, and then they don't get it. It's like they took it right off the table, right off the bench. Like, oh shit, that's the first thing. But then the second thing is, then they're joining the board. They're joining the board. Amicable resolution. They're on the board. They're going to have control. Very likely going to have control to affect whatever changes they want down the line here. You're betting. It's odd in my experience, Justin. Right? It's odd in my experience. I'm really excited to see what they do. And then you see his tweets here. Oh, dying laughing. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. Hey, welcome, Adam. Welcome back.
This is a freaking 5.5 hour live stream that he did, mediocre.
Like, 500 or so. What is it now?
5.5 fucking hours. I can't do that.
Yeah, I think we're like, was it like 500? Yeah, because someone said happy 500 or something.
One of these days on one of these, we should like skip to the end and see if he's fucked up by the end of his live stream.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, musical felony. Cheer. Again.
And people mediocre. People give me a hard time for having a beer on a live stream.
I'm going to be honest, Tony. We've put down three of them.
I know, but how come this dude gets a pass for drinking and people call me an alcoholic? Is it because I have 3 in 25 minutes? I don't know.
Exactly.
We've been going for an hour now here, so.
And Happy New Year, Bob. Now with so many people on this chat, right? I'm excited. There's a whole bunch of us we've been on the stream here for months, right? And for a while, it was just a handful of us. So musical felony, welcome back, dude. But he's saying after that tweet, I felt so kind of. Has any individual, right, on Twitter, on any social media, right, has much of an impact? to musical felony's point, had much of an impact on like sentiment with so few damn characters? What's he got? He's got one. Well, this was a quote, right? That was a quote. He quoted thing, but one character. Emoji, 2 emojis, couple of words there. He had that other tweet too. Emoji. This is some impressive shit. Yo, no joke.
Little did he know, mediocre, that Ryan Cohen would get sued because of Bed Bath & Beyond for this shit.
Really?
I mean, he ended up winning the lawsuit in a recent decision, but yeah, this tweeting emoji shit got Ryan in trouble with the Bed Bath & Beyond people. Not the ones that love him, but with some people.
I'd be following Twitter.
He was posting.
I was reading through some of the court documents. It's hundreds and hundreds of pages on the BBBY stuff. I was reading through that today.
Something else.
I'm talking about the Ryan Cohen lawsuit specifically.
I'm with you, musical felony. I'm like, damn, this dude, that's how I felt too. Okay, I'm scrolling down. I agree.
Andre says they've been testing autonomous trucking between Tucson and Texas. I'm going to save it in my list up here, Andre, but I'm very hesitant to, on my channel, talk about companies that are pre-revenue, if you know what I mean. Because you can blame everybody out there on social media these days. You know, if you mention a ticker and someone puts $1 in it and they lose their $1, they want to now blame me because I said the word Aurora. And so blame your fellow audience members for not having the ability to take personal ownership for their own decisions. I'll talk about tickers in my Discord. I'm much more selective about what I talk about on YouTube.
A lot of these were gold. JK, welcome, JK. Yeah, poop emoji was gold. A lot of this was gold. Oh, Jen's here too. Jen, welcome, Jen. Cheers. Cheers to you and your pops. Happy New Year, Jen. Happy Monday. Welcome. Hey, Jordan Williams. Welcome back, Jordan Williams. Cheers. Our coats. Oh, that's our coats. Oh, I didn't realize that.
This is fucking crazy, dude.
The other thing I'll say, Andre, is for all of these speculative plays, Andre, I love speculative plays. Don't get me wrong. But you guys, I just hope that you follow what we've always talked about here from day one. Do not load your boat. Do not put all your money in one speculative play. This is what kills most people, don't you think, Mediocre? They fall in love with one stock and they put their entire life savings in a non-revenue or a money-losing company. Even though you all have heard this, you've all heard everybody in the freaking world say what? Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. I know every single person that hates me and blames me heard that from someone else long before they heard of me. And I've always talked about meme stocks, speculative plays are a fraction of my portfolio. And I want you guys to do the same thing. I encourage you to have a portfolio built of profitable companies with a long history of profits and earnings. I play meme stocks. I play speculative plays. I day trade, I momentum trade, but not with my entire account. That's just crazy.
It was you, our coach. Cheers. All right. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All right. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. So yeah, so educational channel, right? And a lot of us sharing our thoughts on this stuff, sharing our different type of analysis, and my style of investing. In some other folks on the channel, not everybody, a very aggressive style of investing. Let me just say this: you'll see that I got the disclaimers all over the place. This is what I'm trying to showcase and share here is my aggressive style of investing, which there's a very good chance it may not be suitable for many people who are tuning in. Right?
AQST.
Right? It's not so. Yeah, most folks know this, but it's always worth repeating. In fact, I should have said this at the beginning, that just, a super aggressive style isn't necessarily a good approach for everybody. But that said, because of that, I feel like it's not out there that much. So I appreciate you sharing that, our coach. Like I was trying to share some of my analysis, as so many other folks have too, right? And I'm glad you liked it. Again, not all theses work out as you hope that they could, right? They don't. I've felt some strong theses. Well, I've had some theses in the past that haven't worked out. So it's good that some of it has worked out, as many of us.
What happened to Tony? We lose him?
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button. I was probably talking to y'all, and here we go. I was sharing all this knowledge, Mediocre, and I hit the wrong button. This guy Keith says the word thesis like my friend Richie up there in New Jersey. You know, the one that belly flops into the hot tub. Is that something from your area? Do you call it theses?
Thesis?
He calls it theses.
I don't.
I'm listening to Keith. He's saying theses, which reminds me of a word that starts with an F.
I mean, it's the same thing. It means the same thing, just different ways of saying it.
Yeah, I was turning off the camera because I was having a little. I'm gonna spell it out. Starts with a C, middle letter G, last letter R, because freaking YouTube keeps on demonetizing me. So I'm trying to turn my camera off, but I guess I punched the wrong button.
I was smashing down 3 tacos since I was smashing down 3 beers. I figured I better put
There
something
you go.
in the
What kind of taco are you eating?
tank.
Taco Bell?
Oh God, why are you gonna make me feel embarrassed? Yes, I was eating some Taco Bell, some Supremes. Bro, I had to do something. I freaking paused it. I muted and I said to the wife, I said, I need something to eat. This guy keeps saying cheers.
when
I said, this ain't gonna end well.
when did I cover AQST, Anya? I'm gonna pull up my video. What was the price? January of 2024. I covered AQST when it was in the $2 range and it ran up to $6. That's not too bad, Anya. But yeah, you should have sold. I have not. Yeah, I probably need to do another fresh dive on it and see if it's worth getting back in for the next round. Haven't looked at their financials in a while.
Had thought that it could, hope that it could. There's been so much. So who else we got here? Now that Colton, welcome Colton Key, welcome. Cheers, Colton.
Oh Jesus!
Wolf, what's up? Oh, you'll be back later. Cheers, Rob. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Rob. Rob, I can see you on those spreadsheet videos. Cheers. I'm so excited. Rob was checking. Oh, if anyone's curious about, I mean, maybe no one cares. Maybe no one cares, right? But if you care about like my investment style, the spreadsheets I use, I didn't bring up.
Anya, mediocre. We need to have an intervention with Anya about selling into run-ups.
Yes.
Anya, I keep on hearing you say that. I should have sold when it ran up. Yes, you should have.
Get rid of them. It's always going to have a pullback. The stock goes like this, people.
Anya, we're going to force you to put maybe a 15% trailing stop loss on all your freaking tickers.
I mean, stocks don't go straight up like this, people. They go
when something runs from $1.50 or $2 up to $6, you should start at least taking some off the table.
Yeah, you know.
You don't have to sell all of it, but I mean, we need to start making some rules around here. Maybe I need to go back and look.
We'd have to put some form of punishment up, Tony.
Yeah, we're gonna make a like a swear jar, mediocre, but
Right.
we're gonna make a jar for every time you don't sell into a run up. Anya.
The spreadsheets, but I uploaded some videos to the Roaring Kitty YouTube channel there if you want to check them out. But anyway, Rob had been checking them out and he was commenting. Thank you for sharing, Rob. I was excited that I figured most people would be bored by a spreadsheet video, but Rob was checking it out, so that was sick. Hold on, we got Justin very much. Okay, Jen. Oh, let me just scroll. Now I'm just gonna scroll up quickly. I'm just gonna say what. Oh, so many folks. Oh boy. Who cares? Welcome back. Who cares? Cheers. Happy New Year. Oh, note the new
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Oh boy, we got everybody up in here, right? Oh, Chris Rod. Cheers, Chris Rod. All right, welcome back.
Did he say Chris Rod?
Happy New Year, dude.
Yeah, he did. We got the comedian in here too.
Oh, Aaron, yeah, Aaron Bless. It's been a while. Welcome back. Cheers. Happy New Year. Danny. All right, Danny. Happy New Year, Danny. Cat's out. All right, welcome. Happy New Year. Oh, Gats is here too. Oh man, we are. Cheers, Gats. Oh, I had seen what you had said. Cheers. I thought that was well said, Gats. Huh? Gats was talking about how many of us have been getting together here, sharing our thoughts. We had our thesis. It's like now it's kind of unfolding that how many of us thought it could become. It's like kind of happening right now. And this is the thing. This is what's interesting, right? What's interesting about having like a two-part thesis is the initial part of the thesis was kind of just combating that GameStop's going bankrupt in 2020, which many of us thought was ridiculous, right? I mean, it was a bit crazy to me. It was so low probability. That's what I tried to express. That's why I spent so much time, especially on those early GameStop videos. Because that's where you get your confidence from, is that the downside is kind of protected, right? And so that has kind of come to fruition. And Ryan Cohen has been a big part of the acceleration of that, right? No doubt about that. There's zero doubt about that, right? It's been quite impressive, right? Because they've still had some continued headwinds from COVID and some supply constraints, which people have been talking about all year, and still the narrative seems to be changing. But it's like price wise, at least price action wise, that part we're kind of at that level, and now it's like this second more exciting aspect storytelling wise, right? Because still people are struggling to envision what GameStop will look like 5 years from now, right? And sure, the price has risen, but people are still like, what the hell is it going to look like 5 years from now? And now it's like, now we're at that part where you get here's our strategy, here's what it's going to look like. You're going to have to reimagine what GameStop's going to be like. People are going to be excited or delighted, to use Ryan Cohen's word, delighted to shop with us. Oh, jeez, excuse me.
What's really changed, Mediocre? Oh, he fucking left. Guys, do you think GameStop has substantially changed in the last 3 years from when he was doing this in January of 2021? I'm just curious your opinion.
Also, you know what beer we started with tonight, right?
Melvin.
I had to. What am I going to do? I had to start with that beer tonight. You know that. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, Harate, welcome, Harate. Cheers. Happy New Year. All right, let me just, I'm just trying to scroll up, say what up to some folks, huh? Oh, boy. Oh, cheers, everybody.
I picked a really bad keyword for the drinking game.
Kazuya. Happy New Year, mate. All right. Cheers. Sick, Kazuya. Oh, Stephen Hussey. Welcome, Stephen Hussey. Cheers.
Scott, yeah, I think they definitely have the.
Stephen was absolutely it. So many folks. Stephen was here back in October.
Options are open to them now, right?
Well, I mean, Stephen, I've been chatting for even longer than that, right? What a difference 6 months makes, huh, Stephen? Cheers. Let's go.
Oh my God.
This guy with his triple cheers.
Yeah, what a ride, huh?
I'm empty, Keith.
Oh,
Jesus.
Okay. What else we got? Did I say what up to folks? Polygon. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, so many folks. There's going to be so many people here. I'm scrolling up. Oh, Kyle, you just asked at that same time that I was showing that beer. That's crazy. Kyle, welcome, Kyle. Cheers. We mix it up on the beers. In fact, Dusty, I got to reach out to you, Dusty. We try to mix it up on the beers, different types of beers. Wait, what? I'm always exploring new beers. I kind of like variety of beers, right? So I've always been trying to like explore some new ones. If y'all got recommendations, people have been sharing some recommendations. I haven't been able to track stuff down yet, but now I'm like, all right, now I'm legit gonna do this. track down some new beers and stuff. But okay. Wait a second. Okay. Okay. I'm just down at the bottom. I'm down to the base. Now.
Mediocre.
What's
Mediocre.
I'm here.
Someone sent me a screenshot from Twitter today saying, Tony, you said Ryan Cohen doesn't talk about shorts a lot. Now we're almost an hour into this live stream. Has he talked about a short squeeze or the shorts or 140% short interest?
I haven't heard him bring any of that up. In fact, I was going to say to you, like, I don't see him doing much of anything about except talking about what Ryan Cohen's talking about and other stuff. He hasn't really said anything other than.
We've got almost 30 hours of listening to him over the past month, and short squeeze and shorts and short interest has been mentioned only maybe 3 times.
Yes.
And when he mentioned it, he said it was not something really to worry about.
Yeah, he said it was a sideshow.
So I don't know why people get mad at me on Twitter. Maybe their ear bone is not connected to their brain bone. But you guys have been here with me. It's not really the focus yet of what he's talking about, at least not on YouTube. Has he mentioned it? Yes, of course. It's 140%. It's been 140% for a while, but it's not, the point is, it's not really the core of what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about the fundamentals of the play and why he thinks it's valuable.
He's not talking about short exempt volume. He's not talking about off exchange trades. He's not talking about DRS. Now I know a couple of y'all that really hurts your feelings that I point that out, but I'm going to continue to point it out because that is the facts. Play back all of my videos, play them back in their entirety, and count the number of times he talked about it. Quit making up your alternate realities. Some of y'all need to connect the ear bone to the brain bone because you're not quite functional at a normal level.
Oh, we're chatting so quickly that we can do this, right?
He
We
hasn't
got people,
really
we
said
chat, we
much
just have a
about it.
conversation, right? This is
Not
sick.
at all.
Jimmy, yeah, I'll just say, oh, did I
What's
say
up, Juicy? What's up, amigo?
Cheers, Steve Stunk. Happy New Year. Oh, for the right, Chief Stunk. I thought, first of all, I'm thinking of Steve Stunk every time I see some hilarious damn memes. Yo, there's been some hilarious video memes out there. But Steve, you know your chart's still attacked here. It's still attacked, baby. It's looking good. Where is it? Oh, no. I need the monthly. Looking good, Steve. Cheers. Happy New Year, Steve.
Happy New Year, Steve.
The chart looks good, huh? Chart looks real good. It's overbought in the monthly. I know. I think it was overbought last month. Was it just barely?
Maybe mediocre. Maybe the
Voodoo
next
down,
one. Maybe the next one. Like when the short squeeze really starts happening, maybe he'll start talking about it.
Maybe. I'm waiting to see. You know, I'm still waiting to see.
That's why we're doing this. I mean, if he was talking about it, I'd be telling y'all he's talking about it. Look at him.
Listen, I appreciate what he is saying though, because
he's putting out some fine information here.
Absolutely.
He's putting out some realistic chart talk, some excellent financial and fundamental analysis, very minimal, almost non-existent, even de minimis talk about short squeeze.
Now, he is very excited because his thesis is playing out the way he thought it would. It's happening, right? So there's that aspect of that in this video, obviously, but I mean, for the most part, it's all fundamentally driven. He can see what's going to happen. He understands what they're talking about.
In about 2 days, the shorts are going to get unhinged, wrecked after this live stream. And maybe on part 9, we'll see that he finally really starts focusing on that. But so far, for all of y'all that are putting out nonsense about me on Twitter, like, hello.
No, Cyrus Jones, that's not what we're saying at all. Put up his comment.
What did he say? So you're saying the price action in January 2021 was induced solely by retail buying the stock? No. All I'm commenting on is that as of up from July till now, January 11th, 30 hours or so that we've been listening to Keith, he's not really focused on the shorts. And when he did mention it, he said it's not really important. He used the words, it's a sideshow. He's very focused on fundamentals, the fact that the stock price was undervalued based on what was happening with the company, how he viewed it. And I'm looking forward to finding a video where he really focuses on, we got these fucking shorts by the balls. But he hasn't, all I'm saying is he hasn't really mentioned that. If he did, I would tell you. I'd fucking cheers you to it. But people get mad at me, and someone sent me a screenshot today. Look at this dipshit saying that you're lying to them about Roaring Kitty. No, you guys have been here with me witnessing these 20 or 30 hours. It's not been a main component of what he's talking about.
I mean, it's out there in the public. You can watch for yourself. I mean, but the fact of the matter is he's not talking about that. He's talking about his thesis on why he's in the play and what he thinks the play is going to be and why he thinks it's valuable.
But to be fair, to this point, mediocre, I mean, the short squeeze hasn't kicked off yet.
Exactly. Right? Agreed.
Maybe after this live stream, 2 days from now.
I don't know. I've never watched his videos up until now.
2 days from this video, it really starts kicking up. Yeah. And maybe on part 9, we'll see that he's like, oh, we're in a short squeeze now, guys. Cheers.
Yeah.
And great if he does. I just hate that people, lie about me on social media. He's mentioned 140% short interest, and then he said it's a sideshow.
Exactly. He did say that.
We're just commenting on his videos, and we're being very unbiased about it.
I mean, if he says something, I'll say something about it. But I haven't heard him, and it's mostly about what he believes the company is worth. And he doesn't tell you what it's worth, right?
He actually has said what it's worth back in July. But I mean, I think at this point we've already reached his valuation of the stock. I mean, it's up like what, 5x from where he started covering it, 4x.
But he was happy just to own the stock too. He wasn't really, I don't know. But all I'm saying is I'm learning for the first time what he's saying. I never really listened to him. I was like everybody else.
What I would say is go back and watch our other videos, parts 1 through 7, and see how many times he talked about short squeeze before he believes some pink panted dipshit on Twitter that says we're telling you something incorrect. You can listen to the videos right along with us. We're waiting for him to talk about it. We're waiting for it. I'm ready for that moment.
I want to hear what he has to say, period, in general.
I want to see him celebrate. We're in the middle of a short squeeze now. Guys, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Who was it? Polygon? Crayola Astrology? I remembered it this time, Polygon. That looks good, though. That looks real good. Where's the weekly? Oh, a little gap up today, right? Ooh, breaking. What's the high? 23. Was I? 22. Oh, shit. What the hell was it? 22.35. Ooh, it's going to be. Ooh, that breaks. Oh, that's not even that far away. If it takes out that high, look out! Take cover! Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, Hugo! Happy New Year, Hugo! Cheers! Cheers! Happy New Year, Hugo! Hugo been here at Illuminated too! We all here! Oh, cheers, Hugo! Welcome! Great to see you!
Hugo got the triple greeting.
You did.
Oh, Alex! Oh, yeah, I mean, we talk about sharing DD. Like, we're sharing DD. We're uploading videos. We're talking in the chat. I mean, you want serious DD. This is it. Don't kid yourself. We give the we give it like a mask, we give it a costume, and we're like, oh, free cash flows. Oh, the chart looks good, but at the end of the day, it's all a cover for this bad boy. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We all know which drive. Well, it might be Pop Cohen here. Maybe he's 99% of it, but we all know where that 1%. We all know where that 1% is coming from.
He's roughly up somewhere close to $300,000.
Say that again.
In this video, he's roughly up somewhere around $300,000.
Not too shabby.
No, I just did some math just for the audience.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Alex, I know, right? 8-ball was on a hot streak, right? Oh, was the 8-ball right to the end of the? I can't remember what the last. No, the 8-ball crushed it, right?
Cyrus,
one more 8-ball question. I can't remember. We know we got.
I think in about 2 days. In about 2 days, the price action.
Tim, welcome. Tim, cheers.
2 days will be January 13th. That's when you see the shorts really starting to get wrecked in GameStop.
Uncle Pedro, cheers. Cheers. Welcome.
I think it was a short squeeze for sure. I'm just waiting for him to say
welcome back. Cheers, TM. Happy New Year, mate. All right. Sick. Michael Peterson. So Michael Peterson, cheers. Cheers. Welcome. Happy Monday. I agree. This is very bullish news. He's saying it's the most bullish news since around 950, right? This is very bullish. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. I mean, funny. Maybe funny is not the right word, but for some of us long-term bulls, I'm sorry, but funny is, for me, it's the right word. Stock was only up 12% today.
What's up, Walt?
It should be up more. That's how I feel. Not that that's that uncommon. Sometimes, I've said this before, I said it after, I forget when, I've said it a bunch of times, so I apologize. Broken record, saying the same shit over and over again. But there's certain news announcements that takes time for the market to digest. This is one of them, and I'll tell you why. It's because Ryan Cohen simply joining the board, even with his crew, rolling deep. They rolling deep, right? I mean, and they're
rolling
gonna
deep, mediocre.
Change, right? There's a couple things with that. Number one is, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to announce what that strategy is, start to execute it on it, blah, blah, blah. That takes time. Number two is by virtue of being added to the board and all that, it doesn't change. It doesn't immediately break that the bear thesis related to I mean, many of us think it's already broken, right? But it doesn't completely break immediately or immediately change the views surrounding those secular risks. That takes time. That takes a little bit of time. It doesn't happen like this because there's still the questions about execution. Can they execute? Number one, what is the strategy? Number two, can they execute? Blah, blah. Like, those are legitimate questions, right? But for some of us long-term bulls, we feel as though the assets that GameStop brings to the table are so unique. It's so uniquely positioned and all that there's the opportunity there. Really, it just takes someone who has the vision, shares the vision, and can kind of see what they could do, the different ways they could approach this, and how they actually do it, and how terrific it is. This is why I'm saying, I don't know if folks agree with this, and I'm not the right person to ask because I'm not that dialed into all the entrepreneurs out there and what all their different specialists are. But as far as like I'm concerned, like I think, and again, this is why I'm not the right person to ask because I don't know enough people. I'm like, Ryan Cohen's like the best person for the job. Again, I don't know enough to say that confidently, but that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, this
Mediocre.
is sick.
You remember this from the
what I've learned about him in the
shot
past 5
video?
months, I'm like, this is it. This is the guy. And
we
that's why I'm
weren't
excited
finished
about it
that
because
video,
I'm
by
like,
the
this
way.
is it. And even though I didn't
We
know
need to
that
do
12,
part
12
two,
months
yeah.
ago, 6 months ago, I didn't know. I couldn't even really envision it. Now I think this is the guy, and I'm excited that they've came to that.
What do you think I'm at with 3 beers?
What is that? What's the strategy going to look like? What are they going to do? How many times have you seen me say?
I can't
wish
see
I had
it
more
because
from
of this
management so I could
comment.
assign some probabilities to a successful turnaround. I didn't have enough. Ugh.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is what's been frustrating is because I can imagine.
We're-
That's
we're
the second
looking
level
at
of the
this
thesis.
thing.
But if you want me to ascribe,
you
not that
blow it
any-
yet?
nothing, you don't
No.
care. I mean,
I was just
GameStop
asking you, what do you
doesn't
think
care
I'm
what I
at
think, but I'm thinking
after
to
3
myself, like,
beers?
I mean, I want, because I'm bullish on stuff, I want to ascribe high
0.06?
probabilities to this successful turnaround.
Yeah,
And on the
0.05?
upside, I wanted to ascribe high probabilities to that
Let's
because that
see.
would be great. But if I'm going to do that, I need more, and I just didn't have enough. Ian, this summer, I mean, I'm like, it was like I went back and I watched. I wanted to check myself how I felt about that tremendous upside, way back when, right? Because again, I've been so focused on the downside. And how I felt then was it was like, okay, that's how I remember. You know, sometimes you forget stuff, right? You're like, I don't know how I felt about that. That's why
0.06.
that's why it could be good to jot down your
Nice.
research and come back to it, revisit it. What was I thinking at that time? Why did I think that? That's why a big reason why these streams have been helpful for me personally, right? But hopefully for other people too. But I'm like, the upside potential is there, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like. But then like a week later, Ryan Cohen starts, like, he files his 13. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then as it's unfolded, I'm like, this is the dude. And yes, I haven't seen the strategy yet, but I'm like super excited to see it because he just gets it based on his background and in these tweets. I feel like he just gets it. I get it.
He really liked
Maybe I'm
Ryan
getting ahead of
Cohen even
myself, but,
early
like,
on.
That's how I feel. So we'll have to see. And
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
did.
get to all I didn't get to all the comments.
I
Not
think
yet
that's why
anyway,
a lot
but,
of
I wonder
the,
if that's how other people feel too.
GameStop people really like
okay.
Ryan Cohen.
Okay, just jumped ahead here. Daily O'Brien, cheers, Daily, welcome back. Happy New Year, Daily, cheers. All right. Oh, Demons of Sleeping Giants and then well, soon, cheers, welcome, Daily,
my
welcome,
gosh.
mate. I agree, right? It's starting to turn, and we've seen some.
I'll be right back,
unfolding,
mediocre.
but it's hasn't
another
fully got
one?
there yet, and that's the thing. Because if it does, look out. What does it trade as a percentage of sales and everything like that? Like, I know not everyone loves that type of a metric and stuff, but the opportunity is there, and more people are starting to care, right? More people are starting to care, but the question is, this is the other thing. More people are starting to care, but does the money care yet, right? Large institutions, are they starting to buy into it? That's what I'm talking about. Like, that stuff takes time. Ryan Cohen just joining the board. A 12% pop is nice, right? But like, many of us are like, oh, that dramatically increases the chances of the blah, 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 right? But like big, huge firms and funds who maybe don't even, number one, deal in small companies. Not that GameStop has small, right? Now it's over $1 billion. But number two, don't want to deal with companies battling secular risks. Number three, don't want to deal in like speculative, very highly shorted stocks, all that, right? So that type of stuff takes time for those folks to come around to it. That's how it works. You only get those huge jumps like you did with the Microsoft news when there's like a game-changing announcement that it was like, or like people think it's going to go bankrupt and the next day it's not going bankrupt or some crazy partnership. You need something like that to get the big, huge moves. But that's opportunity. For many, that's opportunity when the market doesn't. Remember when Ryan Cohen first filed his amended 13D last month? Stock was down. And then it was up the next day. Efficient market hypothesis, right? It's a riot. So call me biased. That's cool. And this isn't a buy recommendation or anything like that, of course. But educationally, this is why it's important to share your thoughts and your analysis and stuff. But when I see that announcement, I see
Tony,
holiday results. I see them
he
pulling
was
the
just
ICR. And I
talking
think
about how big institutions won't buy in speculative highly shorted stocks and situations like that.
That's funny. I was just talking about that, about AMC today, and I got called a shill, and then somebody blocked me.
I mean, but what information does Kitty have that we don't have, Tony?
He has no information that we don't have.
Exactly. He's just
AMC is faced with the same situation. People are like, why are Cinemark? Oh, by the way, I got number 4, mediocre. I'm breaking a taboo. Why people were saying, why did Cinemark and IMAX go up today and AMC is going down? Because Cinemark and IMAX are operationally cash flow positive and net income positive, and they have institutions buying their shares ahead of Q3 and Q4 because they're profitable companies. AMC is, facing head-on debt restructuring, possible debt for equity swap, and it's not really institutionally owned because of that expected downward pressure. That's just the facts. Like this is not a secret. You guys know about the debt restructuring, but because I dared say that out loud, I got a double shill tweet and then blocked today from someone that wanted to know why are Cinemark and IMAX going up and AMC's not. I mean, let's just be real.
It's because you talk about it, Tony, and others don't.
Why ask the question though? That's my whole point. Like, why are you going to go on Twitter and ask why are Cinemark and IMAX going up and AMC's not if you don't want to hear the real answer? Do you want me to say it's crime? It has nothing to do with crime. It's the same thing that Kitty just said. It's a speculative place still in a non-profitable company. So I'm here with you guys playing the same fucking stock, but I just call it what it is. Like, let's just be intellectually honest. You don't need to hide from it. It's not embarrassing. It's not anything other than just be smart about how much you're risking.
You're a paid shill, Tony.
Understand what's coming up so you get the best entry. That's why we talk about it.
Who's paying you, Tony? Oh, fuck.
Sparky says a lot of institutions won't own stocks under $5. There you go, Sparky. That too. Thank you.
Which is why they're pushing it fucking down. Oh, God.
That too. Yep.
I don't know.
Cyrus says if you're interested in a new beer, there is a German one, Bitburger Radler. Half beer, half lemonade. That sounds like something worth trying, especially in a hot Texas summer, Cyrus. And maybe in particular one my wife might enjoy. But I would try it too. Bitburger. What else we got here? All right. Y'all are kind of light on the comments tonight. Total Wine has them. Excellent. Just right up the road from me. I bought an 18 pack of Dos Equis. So we're doing an AMC live stream tomorrow night. We're going to need to knock out a couple live streams before I need to go get a refill. But I'm trying not to do the hard liquor because this friggin' Kitty dude, he's like a 3 cheers a minute. Mediocre left. He's like a 3 cheers a minute. We can't play a drinking game drinking tequila or scotch. Corax, what's up, amigo? He says here to liven up the chat then for you. Thank you. Corax, I watched a replay of your interview with Pulte. And first of all, I want to say if you truly did donate $1,000, I didn't see the part where you donated, but hat tip to you. And to both of you, gentlemen, Pulte and Corax, I think that was a good, what's the word? An adult conversation. It's good to see people that don't agree on things being able to have adult conversations.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Now, I know in the comments things got a little bit unhinged, but the two of you, I think, both behaved yourself pretty well.
And that's how it should be, right? You
That's,
got to have an open dialogue.
that's how it should be. I wish I could have more conversations like that with people that disagree with me, but the problem is they immediately switch into something not even related to stocks. Correct says, which is why I ignored the comments. Yes, that was a wise decision, my friend.
But it's the same thing that, since we're talking about Kitty, let's stay on topic. He says the same thing. He wants to hear the bear thesis. He
has said that many times. He likes engaging with the bears so he can hear what's on their mind. Pulte, though, is tough, corrects, right? Like, as I was watching your guys' live stream, there's one thing that keeps on resonating that I keep coming back to. I hear him say, oh, I want to engage with this community. I want to support this community. Okay, I get all that. Noble enough. Why? Why? I mean, you give away money on the internet. Why are you so focused in interacting with investors that are speculating in money losing plays? I just don't get it. I mean, there's like thousands of stocks you could invest in and not invest your time in. I guess he would say that he's trying to uncover the corruption. That would be my guess, but okay. Then do something. What supporting the community by retweeting them to me is not really leveraging his potential. He did go on Charles Payne though, right? He went on someone's show.
Okay. And I see the stock only up 12%. But more importantly, don't focus on the daily moves. Whatever. It's at a $1.4 billion market cap. It's at a 1.4. First of all, what are free cash flow is going to be for Q4, but in over the next 4 quarters.
By the way, just so we're clear, I don't dislike Pulte. Corrects. I think, much like many things, you and I don't agree on him to the same level, and I don't attack people out there on Twitter, but I just have questions. That's the nicest way that I can say it.
Break my thesis and I had said too, like I mean, many people were disappointed in how management handled the Q3 conference call, right? But have people changed? They came to an amicable resolution. Like and is Sherman going to stay in play, right? So then it's like, okay, so are they on the right path here? And then what our free cash flow is going to be over the next year or so, and can that subsidize this turnaround? Then they got the at the market. I'm not going to say at the money today. Yeah, at the market, the shelf. Maybe I should just call it shelf. And it's like, oh, okay. And my point just being, how many free cash flows are they going to generate relative to what that market cap is? And then if it ever achieves anywhere close to the multiples you're seeing for tech companies with dominant e-commerce share for their respective industries, then look out. That's the thing. For some folks, if you're looking like that short term, or even, look at this. Okay, this is good. Oh shit, 750. Like the short squeeze stuff. The short squeeze stuff is a sideshow. If it happens at
750, that would be.
I don't know
what the market up in your area mediocre. It closes at 8 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yes.
So he's been live streaming during after hours. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, it's 7:49 p.m. Eastern on this screenshot here.
Okay, got you.
How do can they get out? How many times? Number one, it's a sideshow, right? That's the first thing, is that if it happens, that's great. But it's very difficult to bet on this. It's very risky to bet on that stuff. The timing of this is the thing, like a Ryan Cohen type. That this takes time.
I hear you,
for
correct.
For sentiment to change. That's what I say. Like that stuff takes time. It could be a gradual unwind of short interest and all that stuff. But what if it isn't? Your guess is as good as mine, because I'm out of my element there.
I'm just gonna say, like, considering everything that he had going on prior to getting involved with the the retail meme stock community, like what made him scourge into this mess that we're all dealing with. I don't even really hear him say, that he's invested in the play. Sometimes he does, but he kind of did a scourge that was a very different direction than the way he started out his Twitter presence.
And I'll just tell you this: it ain't happened yet. If it doesn't mean it's definitely gonna happen, right? But holy shit! Imagine if they did have something material they were gonna announce at ICR, and then they're like, all right, let's just regroup. F the ICR, which is big news because they were talking it up themselves. Didn't they even direct people who reached out to them? Oh, just check out the ICR. Or they said it to Barron's too. Oh, check out the ICR, ICR, and they pulled it. What? So let's say that what if they did have something? Even if they didn't, it would be great if they had some. When I say did they have something, I mean something material that alters folks' perception of GameStop's secular risks. You know what I mean? That people start discounting those risks. But if they did have something, and they're like, all right, but let's present this with Ryan Cohen, who he can chime into. It's like, oh man, deadly, deadly. I'm not saying that's the dude. I have no idea. But that's if I'm on the opposite side. I think, holy shit. That's what I think. As an individual investor, again, if you're like super smart hedge funds or you're properly hedged or stuff like that, I don't know how that stuff works. I maybe can get out. I don't understand the intricacies of the mechanics of the market. I don't know how that works. But I think for an individual investor, I couldn't do that. No way. Oh, which gives you confidence from the opposite side. That's why it's good to put yourself in the other. Most of y'all know that, right? How are we doing? Oh, we're gonna break above 20. Okay. This is the thing too, and not much has happened. So first of all, there hasn't been some business news, right? But stock price let's go back to the daily. Hasn't done anything. It was roughly at this price almost 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. That's good. I know everyone. It's all.
Anya says, "How come he never needs bathroom breaks?"
Crazy. I'm a little bit crazy.
He's 1 hour in, Anya, and he's still only like on his first beer.
Regroup. It's painful if you almost just want to rip it off like a Band-Aid. If
Takes
you're on the
its
other side.
time.
Just like, look at it. It just gets a little bit overbought, comes back. A little bit overbought, comes back. Oh,
Unlike us,
what are you gonna do with that? That's what I mean. Like if you do this for months, right? And the price goes beep 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 doop, 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 and it just gradually gets up to $20, and then you start dropping like perception changing news. Painful. Oh man, that's rough. And it's just a risk. It's not saying it's definitely going to happen, right? It's just a risk that we're watching happen in real time. It's incredible. That's what I mean. Like it's got to be as a long. It's really nice that we haven't. Well, let me just hear me out. It's
mediocre.
It's
based on your recommendation, I'm ordering
crazy
some
game-changing news
tacos
out of the management team over the past couple of quarters. We haven't heard
It
that.
better be good.
We heard the Microsoft news, but we haven't heard crazy.
I'm ordering
in fact,
carne
we've even
asada,
had some expected
taco
risks
al pastor,
that have impacted the legacy business, right?
and
COVID stuff, supply
chips
issues.
and
And
queso.
still, the stock price is at $20. That's nice. And Ryan Cohen is a big part of that, right? So the opposite is that sucks. If you're betting against it, you're like, oh man, you're like, son of a, like, because at least certain elements, I think,
Not Taco Bell.
of a bear thesis, certain elements of the bear thesis have come to fruition, right? COVID-related store closures, supply issues. Like, at least I'm not saying that that's completely validates the bear thesis, but certainly they were betting on some of that stuff, right? And they were justified in doing that. But for many of us many of the bullish folks, we're like,
That's
all right,
delivering
okay, so
10
Q4 maybe
minutes,
gets a little bit
mediocre.
hit, but it will just get spread out a bit. There's still tremendous demand for gaming products generally, but
That's
even for
quick.
GameStop's products,
It's
even
right
with-
outside
in
my
its current
neighborhood.
position without evolving.
Nice.
I thought,
Let's see.
that's good news. And of course, and Ryan Cohen's a big part of that, right? And that's why,
I'm gonna need something to
okay,
eat
anyway,
after
look
this
at this.
fucking live stream.
I apologize, everybody. This is what I do. I'm gonna be about. Anyway, what was I talking about? The chart? Badass chart. Really bullish. Oh, I got a good one here. What's this one? This is the 2.5 year daily. Oh, actually,
Preparing your order.
this is 2.5 year. Look at this chart. 2.5 year. No one really talks about this because they see GameStop.
Anya
getting
says,
bought.
"Why
That's
would
an
you order
opportunity, right?
Taco Bell?"
These are the
It says,
opportunities.
mediocre
It's
ordered
important not to
Taco
get
Bell,
frustrated
Anya.
when you see some news that you personally. It's important to remember there's all different market participants out there. Not everyone views or has a thesis that you have.
He said he was
so when the stock
having
is only at
tacos
12%,
and, like, my
you don't get
brain
frustrated by
goes
that.
to
That's an opportunity.
Texas
because if you
tacos,
feel
and then
confidently,
I
now
said,
you don't
"But
always
you
confident
got
about this, you may
Taco
feel
Bell, didn't you?"
something low confidence. But if you feel you have high confidence, that's an opportunity for you.
He did.
to add or whatever.
I mean, we do have good Mexican
this,
food up here. I won't lie,
shit, I don't
but
even
You
know
got good Italian food up there.
absolutely that is true. There's no doubt about that.
You know what we had
Okay, so that,
a couple nights ago, and then I had leftovers yesterday with some
I'm all over the place. Okay.
Spinach and cheese.
I think you mean by the who's it? Zedian. Welcome,
what the fuck
Zedian.
do you
Hey,
call it? The
cheers.
little-
Welcome back.
God
Happy
damn
New
it.
Year. Happy New Year. John
Can't even
Dunn.
think.
John
I'm 3
Dunn.
beers
Welcome
in,
back.
mediocre.
Happy New Year. Sick. Cheers. Uber.
The
Ooh, did I
pasta,
say
the
what up
little
to you yet?
pasta
Did I see you in here?
pockets.
Uber.
God damn it.
Cheers.
Ravioli?
Uber. Cheers.
Yeah.
We're still
We had
Uber, that's
spinach and
Rod. If
cheese
y'all don't know, Rod
ravioli.
often share. I still Rod.
Handmade with
Forecast.
some handmade pesto sauce.
That's
Not
good
handmade by me, handmade by some Italian company. That was some good shit.
stuff. I love ravioli. My wife makes homemade shit like that.
That's one thing I've never made is homemade ravioli.
It's not that difficult.
I didn't pencil. I don't know the specifics, but I feel like Rod's model, his latest model update, was largely
One of my
in line.
favorite dishes for like
was
a
largely
creamy.
in line with their
at
sales
a-
results. I didn't.
You know, your
I didn't
first
compare it
dish, you got
closely.
your
I didn't have an
creamy and
opportunity to do
segundi at
that.
an Italian
But
restaurant.
Rod had been
Ooh,
tracking
get
some of
some
the numbers, and it was like, all right, this
homemade
isn't quite as
Depends how many
robust
you're
as
going to
it
make.
could
You
have
know
been
what I mean? How many
otherwise.
people you feeding?
Yep.
And then I saw some of these outcomes, like, this seems like roughly in line with what he was forecasting. So cheers to you, Uber. I mean, terrific forecasting. And so, well, I mean, what time is it? 8? Okay, well, we don't have time to get into this. We gotta pick this apart, right?
Mediocre. I
but,
think we should
anyway,
skip forward a
Happy
little
New
bit
Year.
and find out
Happy
like
New
where he's
Year,
talking
Uber.
about
Happy New
something
Year.
different.
Praying too. And then we talked about the likelihood of him sticking around for the second level.
Yeah,
of
he's not
business, and
talking
it doesn't
about a
seem
whole
like
Here's
his
this
time
fucking
because he's
letter
a deep value
again.
investor, right? But and I don't know
loves this
if he's
letter.
willing to the value of that legacy business. I thought, you know what I mean? I didn't fully appreciate as the months passed. I'm like, oh shit, you know what? Even this legacy business, they can just do a better job of selling some of this shit online and delighting customers, if you will, to use Ryan Cohen's language. It's probably worth more. They just hadn't really been. PC part sales integration is one. So okay, sorry, it's all over the place with the chat, right? But I see. So Gats talking about PC part sales integration. They have dipped their toes in. Okay, so this is a good one, Gats, because this is like I say, like my thesis has been evolving. It's okay to have thesis involved.
Huh?
He's talking all fundamental stuff.
I know.
He goes into good detail, though. I like it.
A lot of chart, a lot of fundamentals, a lot of strategy. Still waiting to see the short exempt volume chart. He hasn't put that one up yet. Option chain. Short interest, Ortex, you know.
Killing them both. Val makes on both Steam and their
I'm
own
just
games,
teasing
like
mediocre.
too, yeah.
I know you are.
And to use Yahoo Finance. Okay, Gary McDougal, great question.
Try not to
Welcome
poke the
to
bear
the
too
stream.
much.
I use I don't use Yahoo Finance. I subscribe to
Stockland Trade says, how many retail traders had heard of a
Quandle.
short
I get the
squeeze
data via Quandle.
prior to January 2021? I mean, every generation, Stockland, there's a new batch of people that hear about a short squeeze. Every generation, by generation, I mean every like 5 to 7 years, there's a new batch of people that hear about naked shorting. You know that one guy that pumps GTII and finger? You know who I'm talking about? I'm trying not to call people out by name. You know, he's been doing that for like 20 years. He just waits for the next batch of victims to push his theories on. Now, there are short squeezes. There are FOMO, momentum plays. There are very rarely setups like GameStop where you have 140% reported short interest. But, I mean, we've all heard of short squeezes from even going back to the days of Volkswagen. You learn about that shit in school.
Oh, yeah.
But this was a new batch of people, and it is amazing to me, Kitty, knowing that the short interest reported was 140%. This is what I find shocking, mediocre. I get excited about a stock that's over 20% reported short interest. He's sitting here at 140%, and he's not spending 5 hours talking about that.
Not at all.
Why? This,
Good question.
all right, you had your fundamental thesis. You are at 140% reported short interest. Why are you not talking about that? That's all anybody. You could have 3% short interest and your ticker is FNGR, and people will make up all sorts of bullshit. Well, you know, the unreported shorts is 5 billion shares. That's just hocus pocus. This guy has legit data. This guy, Keith, has legit data reported by the exchange of 140%, and he doesn't even talk about it. This is a once in a lifetime setup.
With that, Tony, Anya wants to know if you can go over the numbers.
Fuck off.
Into a Google sheet. I pull it into a Google spreadsheet because
Anya says, what does 140% short interest mean? It means, Anya, that for every share that was in legal existence, 1.4 shares were borrowed and resold. Borrowed and then sold back into the market. So the float was 2.4x reported. That's not counting any other nonsense, hocus pocus that might exist. You know, I don't like talking about the nonsense hocus pocus. When you have 140% reported.
See that, Tony? I told you, Don, you wanted you to go over the numbers.
140% reported. This is just unfucking believable.
one drawback, Gary, of just using like a Yahoo Finance, not so much accuracy, although sometimes I see inaccurate stuff, but it's not so much that, but it's more that it's...
That's like going in Kmart, Anya, and you got that blue light on the pole. Bloop, bloop. Blue light special in aisle GME. Come get it. And people did. These shorts, they were shorting it at prices way lower than this. It's already gone up 5x from when he started covering it. It's up at least 2x from when they were at 140%.
It's limited because you can only look at a very limited time period. I like to look at 5 years, 10 years, 20 years if possible. My analysis is heavily influenced by historical performance. And so I have a can I pull it out? Let me just see. I don't think it will slow anything.
Anya, there's the reported short interest, which is a
48?
exchange generated report.
/ I wish I got a third beer. I mean,
which is what I report on, like the Ortex numbers. The Ortex has reported short interest and they're estimated, which is generally very close to reported. And then there's what everybody else talks about, which is billions.
Okay, Danny,
because
they
they
nice
aren't
night,
reporting
Danny.
it. I haven't really found you looking at.
Thank you very much. You have a nice night, a good week. I'll see you soon.
Unsubstantiated data.
Cheers,
I haven't found it to really be useful in helping me make better trading decisions.
You can't trade in games or buy PC parts. Games have minimum.
GameStop had 140.
Yep. So yes,
fucking
I
ran
don't
up.
think anyway. Steam can't do it all, but
that's all I need to know.
Steam does a lot.
Anytime I see something getting over 20%, you could have a good run up.
Yeah, it's not enough, Gary. And so everyone has their own different style, right, Gary? But not everyone has a style similar
but make
to mine,
sure you
no
check
problem.
for
But if you
convertibles,
do, especially if
warrants,
you're a longer-term fundamentals focus, deep value
and
investor,
other ways for the
you wanna have a
companies to dilute you, because a lot of times these people
so
load up
to get
shorts
that, you
because
really
they
need to
know the
subscribe to
company's
stuff.
about
I'm
to
fortunate enough
dilute,
that I can subscribe
i.e.
to
a
a
Mullen.
20-year data set. I started with like 5 years or 10 years and kind of worked my way up. And so this is GameStop because this is the only stock. This is the only stock available in public
or
markets these days.
AMC with APE. Remember when they loaded up that short interest on APE mediocre? Or was it they loaded up the short interest on AMC
spreadsheets and then it breaks it
prior
down
to the
into
conversion? Remember that?
20 years, and I slice and dice it a whole bunch.
Because they knew they were going to be delivered
but
shares.
that's the thing. This is the only way I can't do analysis without. If I can't slice and dice the numbers,
why
it's
I
useless
wasn't
to me.
a big fan of holding AMC.
Because then I can do it more quickly, more efficiently. Oh, you think Ryan Cohen's on board with that, Dusty? Might be. Might be. What do I got?
Stockland
Jorge,
says it
Jorge,
wasn't
I don't-
popularized.
I can't.
I think for
don't
that
have I don't have
generation
those,
of people in 2021 that
those I don't have like
No, it
those
was not
access to those tickers, those
popularized.
Canadian tickers. Okay, let me look it up. Is it really called Red Light Holland? Holy shit!
I'd have to
Alright,
go
let me
back
look it
and
up.
look, and that's a good research
Oh, okay.
topic,
All right.
my
Okay.
friend.
Okay. My bad. My bad.
What was the last big
Sometimes. Oh, this is too new.
short squeeze that people were pushing? But I mean, there's literally one every month.
Fundamental analysis would be
Was there
required
one
because
every
it's so
month
new.
before
But
that? That's a
chart-wise,
good
sure,
question.
it sticks out. I mean, it's
I'm gonna add that to my
6-month
DD list.
IPO. Kind of leveling off, but
I should check with the
excuse
number
me.
one
But I
short
would need- I
squeeze
would need to
specialist,
dig
mediocre.
Jorge.
But I hear he's in jail for murder.
I haven't heard from him in a long time. I don't know whatever happened to him.
Oh shit! People sign. Okay, we
You're
should
the
do
number 2.
Rob's out. Okay,
As
so
the
we saw
number
Rob, if you
2, I
already
should
left.
know
Let's do
the
eight ball.
answers to
Let's do
these
the eight ball real
questions,
quick. I
right?
apologize.
We're gonna have to get the information from him.
I will get
It
the answers.
Chris Ross still here.
Maybe
Okay,
then
we'll do
I
the
can
eight ball. Okay, the
finally
question
ascend
is-
to number
The
1.
question is, what's the question? Do we break out to new 52-week highs before weekend?
You're gonna
Or should we
dethrone
do-
him?
I think we should. I lean toward that one, unless people feel strongly about 30
If only
by
I
month
could
end.
get my hands on his
We don't want to go
toolkit,
too aggressive. That's
the
my
short
thing.
squeeze toolkit.
Will GME Moon tomorrow?
Hey, listen,
Says,
Doc Zeno
I
keeps
lean
asking
toward
me for the toolkit. I'm like,
new
I don't
52
have it.
guys.
It was
All right, I'm
never
with that.
given
I'm
to
kind of
me.
on board with that one, Chris.
You don't have the toolkit?
No,
Did it get
No.
buried in a gold mine up in Canada or what?
must have at the campsite.
All I can say is peel the walls back behind the camper. It's probably hidden in the walls. Maybe, behind a hubcap.
Oh man,
Some of these people are like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? If you weren't around for that nonsense and this fucking hooligan, I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. Oh, look at all the ladies in the chat. Oh, the server's getting overloaded. What? You asked me a question about reading the chart? Hang on. The server's getting overloaded. Christopher, hang on, guys. Christopher's going to send you an email. Christopher, you're watching right now. Christopher.
I could keep on.
that's fucking fun.
Say hi, man.
Let me tell you something. I mean, 30 by month.
Oh
that's sick.
god, dude.
Okay. Dusty's on board with that too. Which would be? Hold on.
What is he doing right now? He's like,
Yeah, Rob. I saw Rob bouncing too, and then I apologize. Other people.
yeah,
too.
he's
Okay,
like people are calling him out for bouncing in his chair. That looks a little bit weird, especially when you're sped up, dude.
I got you, Rob. I got you. Okay, so that means will we break 2065? 2065 by weekend. By the way. Wait, no.
Piggly Wiggly was
22.35.
in 1923 on
What am I
you.
gonna do? 22.35.
I knew about the Piggly Wiggly. I watched the whole video on that.
12%
I
move?
didn't realize it was in the 1920s. That was the year I was born on you.
12% move. Will we break 22.35?
Oh,
Break
he's
to a new
shaking the
52 by
8
end
ball.
of
I
this
was like,
week.
what is he doing in his lap, mediocre?
Oh god. We got to get one of those, Tony.
I had a virtual one in
Hold
the.
on. Oh, who was it?
in the
Someone
chat.
posted that tweet today
Let me
and
get
someone
my
said the
wife to go pick
resolution.
one
It was a
up
toast.
just for the-
Cheers, dude. I was dying laughing
Live.
at that. The resolution was so clear. Oh shit! Don't blow it.
Dude, get that out of my face. We don't know where that's been.
Hold on.
We can't read it. All right, he's still not. Let's move on. I want to see a spreadsheet or something here.
Unless there's business specific reasons to be excited about this one in particular.
I think it's just
For my
exciting
style
'cause
of research.
it's moving up.
Peace in, man. Peace in. Nice to see you.
You know,
And in some of them you had to make them that bendy camera right now, Jen. That I would put it
My
down here and
taco
you'd see my
man
footwear.
is
That would give me away right off the bat.
5 minutes away, mediocre. He's about to enter the neighborhood.
Jen. Oh, jeez.
a gated community, Tony.
Big
Dusty
gate.
laughing too. Jen's fish shows too. I do like fish food. I like fish food.
Make
Yeah,
sure the
the
security guard lets him in.
Oh, thank you, Ty. I appreciate that, Ty. Thank you for sharing. Welcome to the stream too. I need to put something together for some books and resources. There's some like just Chewy for games. That's right. In the respective time period, based on future catalysts, sentiment shifts, activists, blah blah blah. That's it. So there's often some good opportunities in spinoffs for sure.
Well, mediocre. What I'm basically hearing in this 5-hour live stream,
Intelligent investor,
super excited about Ryan Cohen and all the band,
investor,
all the
Run Up
crew,
on Wall
as he
Street, that's a
says.
classic. The Peter Lynch
Join
stuff, that's
in
a
the
good early
BOD.
one too. That you kind of
Obviously very excited. I can't wait to do part 9, where this stock has actually started squeezing
be suitable
with
for
you guys
right?
later
But,
this week,
for this type of a
and
for some
see
of
what
those
he
digital
talks
games
about
or whatever.
next.
I'm
interested
good
too.
turnout there. Could be a little
But,
bit. Oh, that's
it's good to see that he stays on topic, and he's constantly talking about, what he sees, the fundamentals, the news, right?
The management.
Exactly. He stays pretty much on topic. I mean, he could talk for a long time, and he's very adamant about what he's talking
I'm just going to point out, we've been watching him for 6 months now, July through January. Everything that everybody is talking about today is nothing that he's really talking about back then, which is fine. That's fine. That's part of the point of why we're doing this. Like, where did we diverge into talking about all of the stuff that we talk about today? That's really kind of like what I'm trying to get to the root of here. Where did this divergence about talking about billions of synthetics and shares hidden in Germany and Brazil, just all of these other things, the off exchange trading, dark pools, where and why did that begin? That's really what we're on the hunt for here. I don't have any answers for you yet, so before you hate on me, this is a observational experiment, right, mediocre?
Yeah, so
we're all along for the ride, just like you. We're not making, all we're doing is watching and observing and commenting on what we see.
And I understand what they're feeling, right? Like, the main thing is that they're feeling like the supply and demand isn't working in the stock market, like it's manipulated because they allow.
It almost certainly is to me. I mean,
I agree with them 100%.
Because the people that can push the supply have way more fucking money than we do.
Exactly.
The shorts, they can fucking wreck us. I don't disagree with any of that.
Me either. But I think that's where all this other stuff comes in.
There's these unique moments in time where we can get the upper hand on them, like what happened with GameStop and AMC and other stocks in 2021. What happened with even GameStop and AMC to a certain extent in May. There's these moments in time where we can get the upper hand. But besides that, we know that can happen. And I'll be on board for every single one of those right along with you guys. I love it.
My thought on that is they can see the pressure building. It's like a pressure keg, and they know it's going to explode, so they just get out of the way, and they let it do what it's going to do, and then they re-enter and they make their money off you anyways on the way down.
That's kind of my thought. Like, once they get out of the way, they wait. They let us buy it up. They wait till we run out of money. They wait for it to peak, and then what do? That's when they go in and short it, and they make a fuck ton of money on the way down.
Exactly.
That's what I want us all to get smarter about, recognizing that pattern so that we can, if you're playing it, so that you can recognize it for what it is and get your profits before they knock it down, which is what we did. We did that in May. Many of us. And then some of you were told by people not to sell and to keep buying. Anywho, I just want to see you guys make money. That's all I care about.
Exactly. But it's good that we're going over this because it's. I want to know what he was talking about because, I mean, think about it. He's the one who started it all where we're at.
I mean, if he had spent 6 months talking about a short squeeze mediocre, we'd be having a whole different discussion.
Absolutely.
But we haven't seen that. Did he mention it in passing? Of course.
And I'm interested in hearing what he has to say, though.
Number 9 might be the key. Maybe we break new ground in the next segment. Because
And I'd like them to come back and make videos like this, like he was doing.
I would love to see his thoughts too, in detail, not just some joke thing like you did a couple weeks ago, which was still fun, entertaining. I enjoyed it, but I mean, we need a little more. But he can't mediocre. What does he know that we don't know?
Nothing.
He's at the whim of management, just like we are. That is my belief. I know some of y'all firmly believe he's got a secret plan, a master plan.
And by all means, don't think that I think that I'm smarter than Roaring Kitty. I never said that.
He might be wrong too, mediocre. I always am humble enough to know that I could be wrong, and I hope he does have a secret plan, but I don't think he does.
Believe me, Roaring Kitty is much smarter than I am. I'll tell you that right now.
He's much richer than us too.
Absolutely, he is. $218 million, Richard.
Stockland says it was Trey and Bam and West Christian in 2021. GT, what's up, amigo? We're about to wrap it up. My food just got delivered to the door. Do you want to see what a Texas taco looks like, mediocre, or should we just end it here so I don't make you feel bad?
I'll look at it. Let's see it.
All right, hang on one second.
You can't offer and not show, right, guys? What's up, GT? Stockland, Anya, how y'all doing? I could tell you this guy says cheers a lot, you guys. That's what I know. That is what I know. I mean,
this is maybe not like the best of the best, mediocre.
It's all right.
But it's the best that's closest.
That's good.
Look at that big old homemade queso.
I didn't have nothing like that. I had a Taco Bell taco guy.
I got 2 tacos wrapped in foil. Some salsa verde. Let's see what we got here. All right, here's our barbacoa.
Oh, that looks good. Get rid of this chat window here. This
you can't see. All right. Comment. Let me get rid of this window too.
Switch it around. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. That's fresh. My taco didn't look like that. Just to let you guys know.
That's the barbacoa, and then we have, I think this is steak carnitas.
I'm not even sure mine was hamburger.
Asado. What do we got in here? Looks like some bacon and some steak and an avocado sauce.
Looks good.
It's focusing on the foil.
The money right there.
Anyway, it's not my favorite place in town, but it's my favorite that's 5 minutes away. So I'm going to go eat. And so tomorrow night, guys, if you have, I know some of y'all have AMC questions.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, we're going to do an AMC only live. Today was about GME. We're trying to get through this GME stuff before the next run up. Really is what I'd like to do, mediocre. I'd like to be able to just roll right in to dovetail into here. We went through all of Keith Gill's original DD. And now let's talk about the live stream he did yesterday. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. I want to see him start doing more videos like this. I'm not trying to pressure him. I just, talk for the people.
Talk to the people, Keith. They want to hear something from you. GameStop needs some momentum. So hopefully somebody, Ryan, Larry's got some Twitter live streams coming up. Saw he was doing some testing over the weekend.
I'm down with some momentum. Let's go. Let's build it.
Let's do some momentum plays. I'm still in the same place. for those of you that are just joining in, GameStop is overvalued, but by strict financial analysis, they can change that game by doing some sort of investment or acquisition that brings earnings to the table. Remember, $4 billion of cash on the balance sheet doesn't really change any of your analysis by discounted cash flow or any sort of ratio where you look at return on something, return on assets, return on equity, return on invested capital, any sort of analysis where you're looking at earnings, price to earnings ratio. They're still stuck down there at $11, but I don't think that it's worth $11 because they have potential to invest that money. So that's what I want to hear from Ryan and Larry. And I feel pretty good about GameStop, anywhere above 18. I'm out of the play for a few days right now. I guess I got out on the 17th is what Anya told me after referring to my post on Discord, because I forgot what day I got out. But I'm ready to get back in. I'm just waiting for the momentum to change. So I'm watching the chart just like you guys, waiting for news just like you guys, not listening to the pumpers on YouTube. Different than you guys. I do my own DD. The more nonsense I see on social media, the more I want to get out of the play. So I'm just doing my own DD, watching the chart, waiting for news, waiting for the price to come down. We'll jump in when the time is right, and hopefully there'll be another ride up. But yeah, be careful out there. And tomorrow we'll do the same chat for AMC.
AMC, baby.
Go watch my video that I just put out before we came on live tonight. It's the once a week update on AMC. Great box office numbers. Unfortunately, not great enough for AMC to make a profit, but really what we're in risk management territory right now. Like, how do we minimize the cash burn for Q2 before we launch into a much better Q3 and Q4? So get all your tough AMC questions ready for tomorrow. And we will see you then. Mediocre, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, brother. Hey, do me a favor.
What's
After
up?
you're done eating, check your DMs for Paradox. He sent you a message.
Okay, we'll do.
Good night, everybody.
I'm going to run the outro. Hang on one second. Hang on one second, Mediocre. You can say thank yous to someone else while I'm pulling this up.
I just want to say good night to everybody. Don't forget to jump into Discord, hit the subscribe button, like, whatever, comment on Twitter.
Go give Mediocre a subscribe on Mediocre Trader on YouTube.
Do all the good stuff. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow night.
Adios, amigos.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. You're never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step